I am back. Wait, I should have said I'll be back the last episode. But I am back. Hey, I told you I was going to start earlier. We up in this business, okay? Okay. Good morning to everybody. I feel like a morning radio host right now. You are now tuned in to a new broadcasting. Hey man, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, bruh. I like this. This is fun. Get to talk to my peoples, get to be around my peoples, you know what I'm saying? That's cool to say, to be like, you got a community of like-minded individuals that like to enjoy the same bull crap you do. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. Hey, today's viewers pick, we're gonna watch really just about anything. Just as long as I probably don't get copywritten. But, hey, might break the rules today. I'm feeling a little dangerous. But I had this on my watch later thingy. And it was like, cops hunt down 16-year-old mass shooter. Look. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. To have the mind of a murderer is insane at 16. I don't know what happened. Look, this is the premise, right? The premise. A lot of times when you have children doing absolutely bananas type stuff, I always got to look at the family or the structure of how they were raised. Because that's what it leads back to all the time. Like, what happened for them to snap so soon? 16? 16. That means that in their mind, there's no out. That was like the only best decision. That's crazy. You ain't live. He just now could get a permit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We about to go ahead and see though. But I appreciate y'all. Love y'all very much. Album listening party next month. Stray Kids album, ATE. We finna do that on my Patreon. Make sure you guys follow my Twitch. I'm gonna be doing a lot more live streams. October 1st. That's the due date. So I wanna make sure everybody is on 10. You know what I mean? So you guys aren't like, oh, I didn't catch the stream. I told you, bruh. I told you. You see? You see? Oh, what up, Pepper? Oh, it's like 1 a.m.? Sheesh. Sheesh. Dang, where are you? Where are you from for it to be 1 a.m.? What's AUS? Is that Australia? Yeah, that's Australia. Dang, that's crazy. 1 a.m. Y'all into to tomorrow. It's 8:18 right now. You know what I'm saying? It's 8 o'clock over here. Y'all are far off into tomorrow. You're in the future. You just text me from the future. But shout out to you, Pepper. Why are you up so early? Tell me that, okay? Or late. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I appreciate you. Love you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, without further ado. Look, my demographic is wild out. Like, I think it's like 20 something percent United States and literally the rest everywhere else. So I can't gauge a particular time where it's like, oh yeah, this is the best time to stream for everybody to join. Ain't a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is, I would run myself crazy to try to adhere to everybody. Boy, what? That it's impossible, because nobody is on the same track. You feel me? So you gotta, watch the playbacks and stuff like that. So I try my best. I try to do earlier. This is probably the earliest I've done it. But I had some really good sleep last night. Ooh, it was hitting. It was hitting. Especially like the last couple hours when you wake up and you know you ain't gotta go do nothing, and then you go right back to sleep. Oh boy, you already know what I'm talking about. Come on. Oh, you never seen this before? Oh yeah, we chilling and grilling. Hey, you just got the notification. Turn up. Shout out to you and your notification. But yeah. I haven't seen this one. I had it on my watch later list, so we about to watch it. Like literally in 2 seconds. But I was just explaining, like, I didn't. For some 16-year-old child to be a mass shooter is crazy. Like, what went on so terribly that this is the only option, and they only could get their permit? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is too young to have problems like that. You dig? So, we're going to go ahead and see what's going on and how everything gets resolved. I hope no. I mean, because there's been instances where, like, there's a mass shooter, but no one was shot. Well, besides the shooter. But I'm curious to see what's going on. So, let's do it.
So how many injured people? Oh God, there's multiple. There's blood all over the floor, trails.
Oh man.
Papa, please stay.
Wait, did he just duck off on his son? His dad has to be running to get help. There's no way his dad just ran off and left his child like that. That's insane. That would be insane.
Baby.
So this footage does not show anyone being physically harmed or injured. Okay.
Nobody got hurt.
Oh, he was letting them rounds go, and he said nobody got hurt, right? What are you talking about? Bro, this Green Day looking at, boy, the hell?
Right.
When was this?
Quiet after.
Nobody got hurt.
2017. I'm kind of surprised I didn't hear about it. Wait, no. I was in the military, that's why.
Right.
A quiet after.
You said hopefully no one gets hurt. Well, never mind then. Too late. Can't guarantee I can stay. Hello. Yeah, hey, I feel you. I appreciate you even stopping by, you know what I'm saying? Like, genuinely. But you could catch it later because it's going to be uploaded later, so. But I appreciate you stopping by, though. And as long as you could stay for, thank you. But yeah, you definitely got to get that sleep.
Afternoon at the Clovis Carver Public Library is destroyed when the pulverizing sounds of gunfire ring out through the bookshelves. In an instant, an ordinary day for dozens of people is twisted into a terrifying encounter with horrifying violence. Police must face that grim threat themselves if they're to stop a
Well, at first I thought that was him going in. I was like, why is he going in so tactically? but it's only
An
it's
encounter
police.
with horrifying violence. Police must face that grim threat themselves if they're to stop a deranged teenager driven to kill by an incomprehensible motive.
Run! What are you doing? Run! You idiot!
I have church tonight at 6.
That was an insane hair flip, sir. Insanity. But if y'all, man, thank God I haven't had to like legitimately do this. Oh my gosh.
Deranged teenager driven to kill by an incomprehensible motive.
Run! What are you doing? Run! You idiot!
I have church tonight at 6.
He has church tonight at 6. What do you mean, like the Church of Satan, or what are we talking about?
The afternoon of August 28, 2017, a lone figure dressed in black walks up to the front doors of the public library in Clovis, New Mexico. Instead of going directly into the library, the young man circles back to use the restroom. His movements are quiet for now, but he had much to say only minutes earlier when he recorded an ominous message before leaving his house.
By the time you're watching this, the deed would have already been done. And by the deed, I'm not sure what it is yet. I'm just gonna go trolley along, find something to do. First off, I'm gonna say
So he sounds bored. Like, who says trolley along and find something to do? Got a gun in your bag, go to a library just to shoot up the place? That's what I'm saying. Like, family had to have something. Like, there's no way a 16-year-old kid should be like this if the family ain't just as messed up. You know what I'm saying? I would burst into tears if a cop ever screamed at me like that. Oh man, there's a lot of screaming. The reason for the screaming is because of the situation. You know what I mean, it's a life or death situation, so there's no like trying to be nice, whatever. It's like get the F down, move the F out the way, face on the ground, like for your protection. Especially if you're not the person they're looking for. They're trying to look for the person, so then they can't harm anybody. He sounds like he hasn't grasped reality. Yeah. He's taking it as if it's like he's turning on a video game and he's gonna find something to do.
sorry to anyone that's going to be affected by this. This is a tough subject. I want to say I'm sorry to my family. And just remember happier times. I'm sorry to my girlfriend. I wanted to marry you, and I love you a lot. I just couldn't take him. This was all my idea. No one made me do this. No one made me want to do this. It was just me being mad. So I don't want my family to be punished in any sort of way.
Because you're just being mad? Go to a boxing gym, bro. Go to an MMA gym. Go do some jiu-jitsu. There is, like, for him not to have an option in his head that this is the best way possible for him to go is crazy.
The young man says more in his pre-recorded manifestos, and we'll hear his disturbing message soon. For now, in the moments before he unleashes his cruel violence, he takes a final picture for Snapchat.
If you know me, you know glasses have always been a big part of my life.
The final seconds before Nathaniel opens fire are almost ominous in their normalcy. Please be advised that the following footage is highly intense. However, the CCTV footage does not show anyone being physically harmed or injured.
That door work? Come on, come on. Come on, go out. What are you doing? What? You idiot!
A lucky few were able to escape through a side door, and one...
So, just, it doesn't seem like he wants to kill anybody, honestly. And that's, I know it's probably a wild take, but somebody that is really out for blood would have definitely got somebody. Like, especially being that it's a calm environment, it's a library. People are standing still. You could shoot with your eyes closed and hit somebody. But I think he was just he just said he was angry, mad, whatever. But it didn't, just his body language and then how he was just saying, like, it didn't seem like he wanted to kill anybody.
What are you doing? What? You idiot!
A lucky few were able to escape through a side...
Because he's not going after anybody. He's just literally shooting up the place to cause a ruckus. That is so stupid. Attention that he never got from his parents, and now he's getting it from jail. The reason why I say what I say is because in the military, we have a training called close quarters combat, and in this is to deal with active shooters. If you guys didn't know, I was in the military, but more so security forces, i.e. police officer in the military. And that was my specialty, was close quarters combat for active shooters. I was very good at my job. Thank God I didn't have to do any of this stuff to where I actually had to pursue an active shooter. But in a lot of the scenarios that are given, training situations that are given, there's different things that come about, and you could kind of tell in more situations than not if and who is the shooter, because some shooters act like they're civilians and then they could open fire on you or whatever. But just the way everything kind of transpired, and then how he was in the library and then put away his weapon while he was walking around and telling people to run, it looked like he just wanted to stir up trouble, but the stupidest way to do it though. Like, why? So wild to think that you're mad, that's the only thing you can do. Yeah, with anger issues. Pisses me off that the little kids have to deal with that too. That is very true. It's true that that's not looking to hurt people, but to rob people of their psychological safety in a library is crazy. Yeah.
door, and one heroic woman is careful to make sure she rescues an oblivious bystander.
Why is the dude just walking like he's... Look at this dude, bro. Who's man's? Look, to be just as delusional as the shooter is, there are people that are like legitimately delusional and don't understand like the magnitude of what's going on because they've never had anything bad happen to them ever.
one heroic woman is
This dude walking, this dude sitting down, people running out. Clearly, you can hear gunfire, like, even if you're outside. Guns are loud, okay? Like, very loud.
to make sure she rescues an oblivious bystander before getting as far away from the library as possible. But back inside the library, many are still trapped in a living hell.
You see, like, there's nobody over here in this area. He's not shooting at people, which is the craziest thing, because you would think, but you got to also think, in a police officer's mind, in a military personnel's mind, there's an active shooter. It's not, oh, did he kill anybody? Did he do? It's, you got to put him down as quick as possible. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. Like, your mission is to take him out. That's it. Straight up. So then no more harm can be done. Reloading? Yeah, he's reloading.
Papa?
Oh, yeah, that's sad. Because I think they were in different sections of the library already. And then, man.
Please, save me.
A family hiding behind the information desk decides they can no longer wait for this nightmare to be over.
What do you do? What the? Bro. They're fighting over their child from going or staying. Look, there's a thing called being paralyzed with fear, to where you will literally stay right in the same area or in the same spot to where you won't move, because like your whole body, your nervous system just shuts down and you physically can't make yourself move, like the deer in the headlights situation. But she believes staying right behind this desk is the best situation. The father, this is what I'm guessing, father's like, dog, we need to go. You're not carrying the child. You know what I'm saying? Let me do it. And they're over here playing tug of war. Now, if this shooter was trying to really kill, bro, they could have died, bro. That's crazy.
In response to the screams for help, a man outside calls 911 as he walks into the library to rescue his wife and child trapped inside.
I'm at the library. Somebody's reporting shooting. There's 2 people laying dead up.
Oh, did he kill somebody?
Okay. Whatever you do, don't die.
Oh, he said there's 2 people laying dead. I'm kind of surprised.
Well, getting scam
well, it did
texts.
say in the video that it doesn't show anybody getting physically harmed. So I'm guessing if in fact,
Out at the Clovis.
hopefully they go over that part. You say you can't be eating ribs to this? I'm sorry, but we have to go try. Hey, you gotta go do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Realize with fear I have experience, but yeah, they were chilling in an unsafe spot. This man is so calm walking in. I'm saying.
Carver Public Library is unimaginable in its terror and carnage. But help is on the way, even as the shooter paces from room to room, stalking his victims like prey. Police are descending on the building.
On your team. They do have victims.
So I guess he is out here looking for blood. I mean, technically that's what you do, but his mannerisms when he was walking around didn't look like it.
Once the police are inside, the dreaded unknown lurks around every corner and behind every door. No one in the library is beyond suspicion.
Put the phone down and lay down. Lay down. Put your hands up where I can see them. Good? No. You good? We got two right here. Step away from the door. Step away from the door. Do it now. Go, go. Come out. Step away. Step away. Step out. Come out.
So, to explain why they're yelling at literally everybody, they don't know who the active shooter is. The active shooter could be acting, like I was saying before, the active shooter could be acting like a civilian. And he could have a gun on him with them and be like, hey, y'all gotta say anything? I'm blowing y'all heads off. So he can act like a civilian, so that's why they gotta come in hot.
Step out. Step out. Step out. Let him get out. You don't know who? You know who's shooting?
No, we don't.
Okay. He was in there the whole while. Get back in there. Get back in there and stay. Close the door and block it. Don't let anybody else in. Okay, stay right there.
The officers can't afford to let their guards down for an instant, and they're taking no chances.
I'm going in. Go. Police! Show me your hands. It's police. Police! Come here. Come here. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Out. Come on. Yeah. Get in. Right over there.
Oh my gosh. Just to let y'all know, like, this is probably like the most stressful part is looking for the active shooter. Cause you don't know what they look like. And anybody making any fast twitch movement with the hands, boy, what? That's, boy. I mean, it's gonna look bad on you as if you were the police officer. But it ain't gonna be all that great for the civilian. Like, you can't do certain things. Be like, oh, I gotta get this. I didn't. No, there's no talking, bro. Get on the ground, hands up. Move out the way, like, cause that could be like a split second be your life.
Clear. Right. I got Charles back. Secure the grab. He's good. Put your hands behind your back and just protocol. Put your hands behind your back.
And like I was saying before, you might be surprised, or I didn't say that. Don't be surprised that they're handcuffing civilians that aren't the active shooter. They don't know who the active shooter is. So for their protection, that's why they're handcuffing them. Period. But then you'd be like, what if the shooter... Look, there's a lot of scenarios that come about, but this ain't like the time to be like a what if situation. It's what they train to do, what they know for their safety. Because like I said, they don't know who the shooter is.
Okay, all right. This is protocol, okay?
See? Because like I said, what if the shooter was acting like a civilian? Because everybody doesn't know who the active shooter is too. They just heard gunshots. So the active shooter could be acting like a civilian to get away. Because they're not going to see the CCTV until later. They're in the moment. They're in the mix right now. Heart beating. You probably lost about 10, 15 pounds in of sweat in the past 20 minutes of this situation. And usually they don't take very, very long.
Which way to go? Right there to the left. That way. To the left? That way to the left. Over there. Over there. This man dude, black dude, what? No, he's a white guy.
It's an unusual sight to see police handcuffing potential victims, but at this point, they have very little to go on. With that in mind, an officer asked 2 witnesses who provide critical information.
Guy on the ground? Does that look like him?
No.
No?
He was skinny. He was young. He had a hat.
Look at him. Come look at him. Come look at his face.
If you've been waiting to apply for disability...
That's crazy. You say you don't gotta go since you're so early today. It's like 5 p.m. here. Dang, where you at? You're stressed and not even doing anything. Forget Weight Watchers if you... Yeah. Hey, look. Stressful environments like this, and you're wearing all this gear, and boy, that's a crazy situation. Because as a police officer, you going in, and I'm actually surprised that they even took him in. To be real with you, military police and civilian police are two different things. 2 completely different things. Even mentality wise. But yeah. Oh, whoops.
Come over this way. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come look. Hurry. Is that him?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I believe it
Okay,
is.
he'll go.
Oh, they just see him. Well, I mean, a library is literally just like kind of out in the open, but that's kind of crazy.
Wait right over there. We got it.
Oh, they identified him while he was on the ground.
Don't touch it. Why? We're gonna clear it.
Yeah. I don't know why they said not to touch it. It does need to be cleared. I mean, yeah, evidence, whatever. But if you already got the shooter, like, it really doesn't matter.
The shooter is handcuffed and lying on the floor beside the information desk. Shortly before police arrived, he walked up to Lupe Aguirre, the man who called 911, with a little smile and told him to hang up the phone. Aguirre told the young man that the cops were right behind him, at which point the shooter...
That's weird. That's so weird.
Shortly before police arrived, he walked up to Lupe Aguirre, the man who called 911, with a little smile and told him to hang up the phone. Aguirre told the young man that the cops were right behind him, at which point the shooter walked back to the library's main room to surrender.
So, the shooter... Look, this is why I'm kind of like... They didn't... Okay. So, Lupe, the fat dude that came in, right? He said that there's 2 people on the ground. He said no. He said that there's 2 dead people on the ground or something. He's running past the shooter, saying the cops are right behind him. The shooter just walks by like whatever, not shooting. This whole situation kind of weird. He sets the gun down. Okay, so he just gets on the ground. I just oh man. So he just completely surrenders. That's why. Because usually active shooters, they don't come out alive, okay? Usually.
Anybody else? How many? How many shooters? Which one?
Less than 5 minutes pass between the opening gunfire and the shooter's capture, but it's been long enough to create a tragic and chaotic scene. Police at the rear of the building still don't know if they have the right. Less than 5 minutes pass between the opening gunfire and the shooter's.
See, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes seems like forever. 5 minutes is a long time. So what do you mean he walked up to him? Yeah, that's why I'm kind of. That's why I'm just like mad, and just everything leading up to him being like, I'm mad. Don't know what I'm gonna do, and I don't know. This whole situation kind of weird.
Capture, but it's been long enough to create a tragic and chaotic scene. Police at the rear of the building still don't know if they have the right guy in custody, or if he's the only one at large.
Yeah, see, that's another thing. Like, there could be more than one. You don't know who it is. You don't know if you got him. Blah blah blah. They don't have the CCTV. People just have to be like, this is the guy. You know what I mean? And then go off the word of everybody around.
Excuse me, sir. Are you here with somebody?
My wife inside.
Okay, if I can, let me get you on the other side of the street for now, all right? Let me see your hands. Get on the other side of the street. Okay. Why don't you maintain a position there at the dumpster? Make sure nobody's coming around the building or outside on that side where they're not going to be coming behind me. Also, keep a visual just around the area.
As officers outside work to keep the building secure, police inside the library struggle to get a handle on the nerve-wracking situation still in progress.
Stay right there, okay? Stay right there.
Yeah, cause some. So everybody isn't in like direct communication, obviously, to be like, okay, we have the potential suspect, and then you still have different groups searching the building, making sure everything's secure, and they probably don't know that there's that the other group has a potential suspect. People are still securing the perimeter. Like, that's why communication got to be on point, like a mother.
All right. I'm scared.
Stay with me. Ambulance corner of 7th and Main. Had a small child injured. That enforcement right there, is that law enforcement?
Which door? Excuse me. I need you guys to go ahead and cross the street, get on the other side of that police unit. Just be careful with the traffic. Okay?
Why is this dude still around? This dude, he can't be. This can't be the same guy. Okay, this is not the same guy. They just weren't. I think they were in the same outfit, like from the beginning. The dude that was walking out on his phone, I don't think this is the same dude, but he got me fired up like it was the same dude. I'm like, why is he still here? I wish there was like a intercom or something to inform the victims. Yes and no. This is why that would be a good and bad situation. If everybody doesn't know that the potential shooter is caught. Everybody doesn't know who the shooter is. The shooter, in retrospect, say that he wasn't caught, or there was more than one. That could alert them to be like, oh, I could act like a civilian, and be like, oh, where do I go? Oh, my hands are up. Oh, and get away. I get what you're saying, but if the civilians can hear it, so can the shooter. If he was still out at large.
Out of that police unit, use that car for cover.
Back inside, officers are still exercising extreme caution.
Put your hands up. Keep everybody still.
Anybody else? How many? No, let's go. I'm gonna look left. Okay?
Traffic on me.
Stay down. Keep your hands out where I can see them, okay?
As police carefully sweep the library, ideas about a second shooter begin to fade.
We still looking for one? No, we have one. There's not two.
See? Everybody doesn't know that there is only one and that the suspect has already been captured. Yeah.
Only one individual has caused this carnage. He'll do plenty of talking before the day is through, and much of what he says will be appalling in light of this shocking crisis. In the meantime, there are still many aspects of this emergency to contend with. First responders must sweep the entire library.
He says, see, that's why you can't be a cop. I get people killed with goofy logic. Hey, it ain't for everybody. It's definitely not. You have to think fast. Like, fast. There's like, no, it's not even a thought. It's like your training has to take over. Like, thinking is the last thing you want to do, honestly. Thinking takes too long because it's only a split second. Because like a firefight between like, it's like, I think it's like 0.3 seconds to like 3 seconds. Like face to face, if like a firefight, like if by somebody getting hit. From pulling out your weapon and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, thinking is the last thing you want to do.
Get the shooter to the police station, and most importantly, tend to the victims.
Back here! He's in the closet. Hey, watch this guy. Stand behind your back. Scott, Scott, closet! Which closet, Scott? I'm coming, just go open the door. What are you in? Hang tough, bud.
The woman being led out of the back closet is Jessica Thrawn, an assistant librarian who has been shot in the shoulder. Jessica is married to an officer on the force.
Oof. Oh man, this boy in trouble. Look, here's already in trouble. But to have a wife of the officers, you know, of the officer get shot, bro, is cool.
What's up, man? His wife? Who is she? Is she? Yeah. Is that right?
She got one in the arm, but she's fine right now.
Good.
You got a tourniquet on it.
The word fine may not be the most accurate way to describe Jessica's status, but it is true that when all is said and done, she is among the lucky ones.
Well, this is my office. That door is locked from the outside, and no one came in through here. Okay. All right. I know you still need a check. We're good. We're clear back here. Can you ID her for me?
That's Wanda Walters.
Okay, Wanda Walters.
Thinking about?
This is Christy. Christina Carter.
Children's librarian Christina Carter and circulation assistant Wanda Walters are among the less fortunate victims that day.
Oh man, he really did kill people. Man, that sucks, man. What a way to go by a 16-year-old dummy. You said also you're from South Africa, by the way. I forgot to answer when you asked. Oh, okay. Oh, you out there.
Killed in this senseless violence. As the officers continue to rummage through the library, the number of victims in desperate need of their assistance continues to pile up.
I have elderly male, GS7 to his left arm, Paul, juvenile, GS7. Hey, you go over a little bit, get off this door.
After the 21, a couple of you elderly male with a gunshot wound to the arm. Can you pin on the rest?
Juvenile male, GS7 left hand.
The boy being carried out is 10-year-old Noah Molina, who visited the restroom at the same time as the suspect in the chilling moments before he and his big sister were shot. These gut-wrenching scenes have some officers discussing what they may have done differently.
I was sorry when I came through the door. I didn't know it was him. Yeah, I got already dropped it. I smoke checked it.
Police decide it's time to remove the killer from the crime scene.
Is that our suspect? Captain, is that our suspect? That's our suspect. Get him out. Come on, get him out, get him out. Rice. Where'd you find him? He had his hands up by the information post.
The police drag the young suspect into the front lawn of the library and hand him off for transport.
I have my unit back over here.
To the hunter.
Yes.
My pants are fine. Can I pick them up?
No, keep your hands where I can see them.
There's a nice pocket man.
How can you pull back?
It's always these kind of awkward looking individuals, ain't it?
Get down on your knees. Down on your knees. What else do we have in your pockets?
I'm not sure. I think it's my truck. Oh, it's pepper.
The shooter is oddly calm in the wake of this incident, but police won't be lulled into a false sense of security.
Yeah.
Even with the suspect in handcuffs, they are thorough.
I ain't got nothing, man. Goodbye. That's not good for my phone.
I'm not going to trust you. Got it for a sec?
My wallet.
I need to get a unit to this location and block this street off. Want to take a seat?
The shooter is driven to the police station, but the main concentration of law enforcement is still here at the devastating crime scene.
Here's 45. There's some 380 shell casings over here. Yep. And then there's another pistol in there.
Officers have found 2 guns at the scene, and as we've seen, they were put to appalling use inside the library. At the station, police identify the young man behind this dreadful mayhem.
So you understand your right to remain silent?
Yeah.
What is your name?
Nathaniel Jewett. Nathaniel Jewett. I go by Nathan.
Do you have an ID on you?
No.
Is it going to be in your wallet?
I don't have any.
One can only wonder what drove a teenager 2 years shy of adulthood to commit such a disgusting act of brutality.
I tell you right now, this kid look everything but as close to a girl as you can in prison. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, he holding somebody's pocket. For sure he is.
Nathaniel Jewett will provide some answers, but his twisted reasons are unlikely to provide much comfort.
Let's try not to move around so much, bro. Just for your safety and for mine.
Yeah, I need to hear what his parents are talking about, cause I need to see them. I need to see them. I need to see what come out their mouth. Why we're in your life and others' life for a short-term rage. Yeah, he could have literally went to the gym and worked it off. I guarantee you it wasn't that serious.
Okay? I don't want to have to hurt you, bro.
I'll talk to you.
I'm not here to interview you, okay? That's not what I'm here for, okay? But I'm pretty sure they would appreciate you talking. Okay?
I understand.
If those cuffs on your ankles get too tight, let me know. I'll loosen them if it's going to put your feet to sleep or something like that. Okay?
Where are you?
You're at the Clovis Police Department. Sir, you're not injured in any way? Do you need to see the medics or anything?
These hair flips are crazy, bro. He's probably flipped his hair about 20 times, yo.
My ears hurt.
Your ears hurt?
I can't hear my
Okay.
That's from gunfire. What are you talking about?
If you feel that you need to see the medics, I want you to tell me, okay?
Okay. There are.
You're probably wondering why the police officer is like asking him like these wellness questions. Because if you're in handcuffs, you're at the police officers are responsible for your well-being. So If you're injured or whatever the case, they need to know. But before the handcuffs are put on, you get injured, it ain't their problem. You get injured with handcuffs on, that's a problem for them. And some people actually want to, even above the situation, they still want to make sure people are okay.
Are we?
The closed police department. Are you under the influence of something? Are you under the influence of something?
No.
It's natural that the officer would wonder about Nathaniel's sobriety after answering the same question twice in 5 minutes. But that's far from the strangest thing the young killer will say in police custody.
This dude with his hair is crazy, bruh. All that unlimited hair flips you got.
I have church.
The hair flips, you're tired. This is the first time you've seen police officers be concerned about the well-being of a criminal. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
I'm at 6. Or I have to get there at 6. We're installing the soundboard there.
He's fully aware of where he's headed for the evening, but in a fickle attempt at a mind game, Nathaniel tries to downplay the violent act he carried out that morning.
Nobody got hurt, right?
So I don't know all the details that's going on, all right? But I do believe there are wounded people.
Whether Nathaniel really believed at this moment that the only casualty of his shooting spree was his own hearing, we cannot know. What we do know is that even high-ranking law enforcement officials are aghast at the horrors that have visited their town.
So how many injured people? Oh God, there's multiple. There's blood all over the floor, trails. Okay, shells everywhere.
Hey, gentlemen, Lieutenant Cope, I can hear everything you guys are saying.
The officer is concerned about Nathaniel overhearing the chatter, but it seems the young shooter has more important things on his mind.
Did I have a jacket?
Not when you got with me, you didn't.
Okay. It was a hat. It wasn't a jacket. That's what it was. I had a hat on.
Nathaniel may be somewhat indifferent to the weight of his actions, but it's soon clear that this day has taken an emotional toll not only on the victims, but on the police as well.
Hey, baby girl.
You're okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good, ladies. I'm safe. Okay. Love you girls so much. I'll talk to you about you girls after a bit, but I'm safe. I'm good. Everything is good. Okay? I'll talk to you in a bit. Okay? Love you so much. Okay. Bye-bye.
That's a crazy emotional toll right there, just to, because having significant other, family, whatever, you know what I'm saying, get that call to be like, I'm good, whew. Rather than getting an unknown number or a police department number or to tell you like, hey, he's in critical condition, or boy, that's, man.
As for the killer, there are many moments over the next couple of hours that highlight his...
Yeah, nobody's going to, especially since their staff would, I mean, what was said is that there's 2, they didn't say killed, they just kind of brushed over it, but I'm guessing they were killed, and then there was 1 shot in the arm.
Disturbed mind and his complete lack of remorse for his actions.
Any bruises, any cuts on your face? Was that marker or what?
Yeah, my girlfriend did.
Okay. So that's all marker, that's all right on you? Okay.
She drew on my stomach too.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
All right, pick up your shirt.
You work?
Nurse.
Student?
Yes, sir. 10th grade. Teeth didn't work.
Okay.
The police take Nathaniel to the hospital, where he will answer some questions before heading to his ultimate destination, the juvenile detention center. He tells the nurses about his substance abuse issues, which are extensive enough to...
I guarantee you the reason why he's going to juvenile detention is because he hasn't had a sentencing yet. That's the only reason. I guarantee you he's going to big boy jail. He ain't going to juvie. Yeah, you can definitely hear it in the cop's voice that he's, shaken up about it. Like, that's tough, because that's what you be thinking about is like, am I going home? Am I going back home today? Or am I going back in a body bag? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a crazy scenario to have, to be like, all right, is my shift going to be different today? You just don't know.
Surprise even the experienced healthcare workers.
Do you drink or smoke?
I drink.
How much?
Daily?
Do you drink daily?
I do.
Okay, what do you drink?
Trade spots with you, okay?
Like beer, margarita.
3 beers, coffee shots. Tequila.
This dude's corny, bro.
Daily?
Look at him talk about drinking tequila like it's cool or something.
Do you drink daily?
I do.
Okay, what do you drink?
Trade spots with you, okay?
Like beer, margarita.
3 beers, coffee shots.
Look at him smile and watch.
Tequila.
And do you smoke? Maybe. Any other drugs?
Xanax, oxycontin, hydros.
What do you take those for? You just take those to take them?
Recreation.
Oh.
When asked about his mental health, Nathaniel tells them that he's been diagnosed with depression.
Bro, somebody got to count the hair flips. Insanity.
But recently made the unfortunate decision to quit counseling. In a lawsuit 2 years later, the victims will accuse the psychiatrist who treated Nathaniel of failing to act, despite knowing about his violent mindset and his access to firearms. Minutes after the shooting, Nathaniel's father arrived at home to find his son missing. His absence was cause for concern, but it wasn't until Chris Jewett noticed a unique item in his son's room that his concern turned into alarm.
I went and looked in his room and found a couple more pocket knives and razor blades, and then what really got my attention was there was a $2 bill on his desk, and I have $2 bills in my gun safe, and I was thinking, I just went to go look. It was one of those, I kind of got just that funky feeling, I went to the gun safe and noticed that both my semi-automatic pistols were missing.
Do you remember how many times you shot?
Once or twice.
What did you feel when you walked over there?
I don't know. I remember being in the bathroom and then going out. I got that.
Went to the gun safe and noticed that both my semi-automatic pistols were missing.
Do you remember how many times you shot?
Once or twice.
What did you...
Nathaniel fired 14 rounds, hitting 5 people.
Feel when you walked over there?
I don't know. I remember being in the bathroom and then going out. I got mad when I pulled the trigger, and I think I hit someone. And then the alarms went off, and the cop showed up. That was it.
Did you say anything?
I think I yelled.
What did you yell?
I don't know. I was mad. I heard someone.
Did you hurt someone?
Yeah.
Yeah. You hurt several people.
Nathaniel is apparently having sudden amnesia about what happened at the library, and he is quick to blame others.
I've been getting picked on and beat up. Everyone hates me. I was just mad about that.
Did you tell anybody how you were feeling?
No.
Why not?
Everyone's got their own problems.
Nathaniel says that he could talk neither to his church nor his girlfriend because he didn't want to upset them with the bad things he was thinking. Nathaniel shares that he's dating his pastor's daughter, and he tells detectives that he became a born-again Christian a month before the shooting.
What made you decide that it was enough? Had you been thinking about this for a while?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
How did you get the courage to do it today?
Courage is a wild word to say. Courage? Look. There's fear. Then there's fear and confidence. But to be bold and courageous, you have to overcome fear. And that's when you're doing something good. You know what I mean? This is far from that. Minimizing the crime doesn't do anything because there's evidence. Yeah, he definitely lacks self-awareness, like, completely. Because it just goes to show he hasn't done anything hard in his life. So you didn't share with your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, but decided to send 2 people to him? Bro, what? I'm saying. Yeah, that makes me scratch my head too. Like that, I don't think she meant to say courage, because that's not courage at all.
To decide that it was enough. Had you been thinking about this for a while?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How did you get the courage to do it today?
I don't know if I remember. I don't even know how I got to the life.
You knew it was wrong. So what do you think was going to happen? What would be the outcome?
I don't know. I didn't.
Well, it sounds like he's crying now. It sounds like some reality is setting in, maybe a little bit, but it really don't set in until put that jumpsuit on, get the cuffs slapped on you, and you sitting between them 4 walls in that stiff bed.
Those other people. I don't know.
Nathaniel doesn't provide much in terms of his own motivations, so police must look in the place where he documented his ideas, those 2 videos Nathaniel recorded only minutes before heading to the library.
Hi, I'm Nathaniel Ray Jewett, and I was making this because it's about to be 0 hour. My thing was when I lost hope, or when I just couldn't take it anymore, is when I was going to do it. It's that time. So I'm about to go NBK, Natural Born Killer. This isn't like, no, but Columbine inspired me. It's not that. This is my own thing. Oh, I love you, Dad. I love you, Mom. I acted alone. This was no one's fault. It's kind of my own.
Despite this remark, Nathaniel spreads the blame around, claiming that harassment at school culminated in his getting suspended for a fight he didn't start.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, these kids are growing up like mad soft. The hardest thing they probably ever did was chores. Like, bullcrap, yo.
A cell phone video of the fight tells a different story.
Looked like he started the fight. Terrible camera work.
Regardless of the fight's details, it's clear that there's much more going on in Nathaniel's head than one schoolyard scuffle.
I feel as though there's no other way about this. I have some mental issues going on. It's not like I'm hearing voices or anything. I'm angry at the world, and I have so much anger, and I can't. I'm not you, right? I have so much anger, frustration, and just hopelessness. This needed to happen. It's probably going to shock a lot of people. No one's ready for this. I'm really mad. I'm in a really mad mood, and this is kind of for people getting bullied, because I'm blaming, that's one of the big reasons.
He's doing it for people getting bullied? Oh my gosh.
Reasons. and just because I'm sick.
Nathaniel's ultimate reason behind carrying out a mass shooting is horrifying in its emptiness.
Now, why I did this, I don't know either. I couldn't really see myself doing anything else. That's it. Thank y'all.
See? He couldn't see any other option besides this. I'd have to ask why. Why is that like the most extreme thing to do, the best option? And not in extreme as in pushing yourself to challenge yourself to do something. He's pushing himself into jail after committing heinous crimes. Didn't need to happen. How does he think other people deal with those emotions? Your bullies didn't threaten you to do this. You acquired the gun, planned the attack, and carried it out. Yeah.
Thanks to everyone that was nice to me. Yeah, alright.
I guarantee you they didn't he said thank you to us that were nice to him. Appreciate that one. But you killed 2 people and injured like what, 5? Man. Hold on. My bad. Mom was calling. I gotta answer when it's mom. But you killed 2 people and gotta answer.
Nathaniel Ray Jewett pled guilty to 30 felony counts.
30 of them.
Including 2 charges of first-degree murder for the killing of 61-year-old Wanda Walters and 48-year-old Christina Carter. 4 others were wounded in the attack, including 10-year-old Noah Molina, his sister Alexis Molina, library patron Howard Jones, and circulation assistant Jessica Thrawn. On February 15th, 2009...
That's what he looks like now, guys. He still got the swooshy hair. This boy look, man. Oh my gosh. Look at his eyelids. They're all swollen. I wish that they had a side-by-side picture. This dude just looks like... Oh my gosh. Dude, remember, he was 16. This was in 2017. This was only a year and a half ago. Year and a half, 2 years-ish. But this dude looks like he's like 39, bro. Went from 16 to 39 in 2 years. Jail does something to you. I tell you something. I tell you what. Jail does something to you. Look at his eyes are mad puffy. Let's see, we're at 26. Let's see a clear picture of his face before. So this is him, right?
His house.
By the time you're watching this, the deed would have already been done.
Look at his face. You look like a little kid, young, whatever.
By the deed, I'm not sure what it is yet. I'm just gonna go Trolley along, find something to do.
Where's the other video where he was just kind of talking on the camera?
Doing anything else? That's it. Thank y'all.
See, look. His eyes aren't puffy.
I don't know either. I couldn't really see myself doing anything else. That's it.
He doesn't have like puffy eyelids. No facial hair. He looked like a kid, like a little kid.
Thank y'all. Thanks to everyone that was nice to me. And
see, look mad young, but then in this picture right here, oh my gosh. I'd have been like, is this your older brother? Your uncle? Oh wait, no, this says 2020. Why does it say 2020? But this said on February 15th, 2019. But it says December 22nd, 2020. Still. 5 years?
On February 15th, 2019, roughly 17 months after the shooting, Nathaniel was given 2 concurrent life sentences plus 40 years.
Ooh. I mean, yeah. The life sentence is, I believe that's 90 years.
At the time of his sentencing, he would have been eligible for parole no sooner than the year 2051.
Boy. Yeah, you ain't getting that, bro. You're cooked. And even if he did, he still wouldn't live that long to get there.
However, a controversial new bill was signed into law in 2000.
Yeah, he looked like Unc. You said also was with the smile? Yeah, look. I couldn't tell you. Yeah, he's never getting out. Like, he has 2 life sentences. Like, nobody's survived. Nobody's lived past 1 life sentence. I don't care who you are. You only can live up to 120. It's 90 years. I'm pretty sure it's 90 years is a life sentence. Let me see. Let's be for surezies. How many years is a life sentence? Said a life sentence is a prison term that typically lasts for 1 lifetime. However, an individual may be able to receive a sentence that could potentially. I know it says life sentence, but there's an actual number. I'm pretty sure. Really? In Alaska, the maximum term of imprisonment is 99 years without parole. Okay, so it's showing it varies from state to state. Okay. That's probably why I'm confused. For example, a judge may impose a sentence of 30 years to life with a chance of parole. There we go. This is a prison sentence given to a convicted defendant in which they will remain in prison for their entire life. It will not. Okay, so it's legitimately like life. And then parole is like, okay, they did good, so okay, well, regardless, he in there forever. Maybe it differs by state or something. Yeah, I think it's yeah, Clovis, Mexico or something, New Mexico. Kind of want to see where that's at. Let's check the map. The map. Oh, I thought that was in Mexico. Oh yeah, no, it is New Mexico. Yep, this little tiny, rinky-dinky town. This ain't a, yeah, this a little town, boy. Ain't nothing around. This is where that was taking place. Clovis. Boy, I guarantee you ain't nothing happened never out there. And then this dude had to do it. Let's see where the library is. Oh, that's at Liberty Mutual. Well, in a little small tiny town.
23, banning life sentences in New Mexico for convicted juveniles.
Yeah, the last thing that they heard close to gunfire was like the 4th of July or New Year's.
Under the new law, juvenile offenders may seek parole after serving 15 years. This would make Nathaniel Jewett eligible to go before the parole board in 2030.
Jesus, look at his face. Look, it looked like some heavy years got put on him in just a few years. Sheesh. Guarantee you, like, forgot about, like, that small action. Something that took literally five minutes. Literally 5 minutes of fame. His little 5 minutes cost him his whole life. Oh my gosh. I had some reality hit in my life where I was just like, oh no. I'm doing the right thing. And sometimes you don't get that chance to be like, sometimes it's a one and done. You do something that you're not supposed to do, and it's wraps for the rest of your life.
3.
That's crazy, man. Ain't no way, boy. Yeah. If the bill is passed after his arrest, why does it apply
Google
to him?
Fi Wireless.
I actually don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that question. That's a wild one, though. Man just needed to stay in therapy and actually find a good one, because anybody hearing a kid saying he's so angry he wants to hurt people, being okay with him quitting sessions is crazy. So the thing is, with therapists, if you do claim that you want to harm somebody, they have to call the police. So because that's just the same way as like a police officer, when they're just like, anything you say or do could, that's what they have to do. They have to read you their Miranda rights. The same way, like, in a sense, they got their own Miranda rights to tell you that, like, hey, you can tell me anything. I'm not gonna tell anybody outside this room. But if you tell me that you're gonna harm somebody, I have to alert the officials. So I guarantee you it was something like that. But I mean, okay, he just had went to church, stopped going to therapy. He made a cognitive decision, so regardless of anything else, like it was up for him. I gotta do these. I'm gonna save some of these. These look good. This dude look like he hides kids in the basement for sure.
Oh, these are amazing.
Wow. Wow. That's good.
Wow, these are good.
That's delicious. What if I told you that you...
It's cap. I don't believe it. Killer realizes police discovered his horrifying secret. Oh, man. Look, a dead body has a keen smell. Like, there's nothing else that smells like it.
Oh,
like the thought, like if you've ever smelled a dead body, thinking of the smell makes you taste it. Like, it's that bad. It's so bad. It is so bad. Ugh. It's like, when I think about it, it's like in the back of your tongue, you could taste it. It's weird. Like, that's how putrid it is. Like, it's traumatically, like, ingrained in your head that you know what a dead body smells like. Ugh. Disgusting.
First it smelled like gas, and it smelled like feces, and then it smelled like death.
Now remember, when we open this is something that we're never going to be able to unsee. Is it a bloodbath in there?
I believe everybody should go to therapy too. And even more so, our service members. Firefighters, nurses, military personnel, police officers, everybody. Everybody needs to go to therapy. Everybody.
On May 22, 2019, police in Sturgis, Michigan listened to an anonymous 911 caller read them an address. Inside this home, the caller explained, they would find the missing 42-year-old Kelly Jean Warden.
Said, is it sickly sweet? Like they say, sweet. I want to say like sweet. You said you kept seeing this video pop up on your timeline and never clicked on it. I've seen fresh corpses before, but I've never seen a decomposing one. Yeah. Ugh. Well, good thing I clicked on it, so now we can watch it together. But I've seen more decomposing ones than like any like fresh bodies. And oh my gosh, ugh. The feel, oh my goodness. Ooh. If you've ever, well, because when they're in the bag, right, and they're transporting them or whatever, like, and they're already decomposing, it feels like if you were to say that you had like a bag of chicken and you filled it up with water and then you had it like you threw it in the microwave for a really long time, and then you kind of like squished it all together, and then it kind of feels like that, like, because you feel like all like the muscle structure and the bone of the, like, oh my gosh, it is so disgusting. And it depends also like how big the person is. Whew. They ain't nothing that could contain the smell of a dead body. And so, yeah, I think everybody needs to go to therapy. Like with the first kid, yeah, just watch stuff with you now. Yeah, that's the best thing. Like, I think this is cool. Like, instead of watching scary, creepy, criminal stuff by yourself, now you got the homie. Yeah. Oh God, not chicken. Yeah.
Miller. Little did authorities know that single phone call would launch the most shocking investigation of their careers, one that required uncovering secret after haunting secret, all buried within an exceptionally twisted and sadistic mind. The following footage has never been seen before. When Kelly Jean, known as KJ, went missing in April 2019, no red flags went up. There were no frantic phone calls to 911 and no weary search parties. But it wasn't because KJ wasn't loved. The trouble was that her lifestyle was transient. She was estranged from her family and had untreated mental health struggles. This meant that sometimes long periods of absence were the norm for KJ.
8 Sleep's brand new Pod 4 is truly incredible right out of the box. Installation is pretty.
So when police received a 911 call sending them to an address to look for her, and officers found themselves standing on the doorstep of an ordinary-looking apartment, it was hard to believe the call was even real. After all, this wasn't the kind of thing one saw in the small town of Sturgis, Michigan. But there was only one way to find out.
She said inside on the left. So. Hi, Wade.
Hey, Wade. How you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing?
I go off a lot of body language. Anybody that stands in their door frame like this doesn't want you to come in. And not based on like the obviously like the video and everything. But anytime that I've stood in the door frame like this, I've never wanted anybody to come in. But he didn't peek out. He knew what was up. That's weird.
Feeling good.
I remember you from the Speedway.
Yeah. What are you up to now?
Not much.
Answering the door is 35-year-old Wade Allen.
Boy, look like he's 48, 35, man.
We're looking for Kimberly.
Kelly?
Or Kelly.
You know Kelly?
Kimberly or Kelly?
From the shelter, maybe?
KJ?
KJ?
Yeah.
At first, Wade seems confused, and for good reason. It's close to midnight, and he's been startled awake by several armed officers knocking on his door. Wade recently came to live in this apartment after a period of homelessness, and KJ was an acquaintance from a shelter he frequented in Kalamazoo.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard from that person in some months.
Do you know her?
I haven't heard from her in a while. The last time I've seen her is a couple months, and last I heard she's in Kalamazoo. I think the best way for me to help you get a hold of her is through the shelter.
The eerie atmosphere is palpable. With a call like this, officers can't simply take Wade's words as fact. They need to confirm what, if anything, is behind his front door.
Well, we just need to talk to her.
Oh, well,
Do you mind if we come and look, make sure she's not here?
By law, he could say no, and they have to go until they have a warrant. they have to get that paperwork to be able to go inside. But if he just so says, yeah, sure, it's wraps, because it already smelled like a dead body.
I could tell you she's not. I mean,
According to Wade, he and KJ had lost touch recently after she suddenly stopped responding to his face.
I'm gonna make a toast while I watch, because now my mouth tastes weird after hearing about the corpse. Hey, I feel it. I always say go ahead and get you a snack. You know what I'm saying? While we're going live. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could be suspicious all it wants to be, but the facts are the facts when they see concrete evidence. So he could deny entry. He'd be like, no, you need a warrant. And then that would give him time to bounce or whatever the case. But, hey.
Facebook messages.
as far as here, I don't like just... My place is a mess, and I don't like just people coming and going all the time.
We don't care. We see all sorts of apartments and homes and...
Well,
all we gotta do is verify she's not here, and then we can get out of here and be done with it.
I don't know. I feel iffy. If you guys want to come by another time, just not right now. Let me at least have a day where I can clean up and do things.
Okay. Well, here's the deal, Wade. If we gotta get a search warrant, we will. All right. Okay. We don't want to go that route.
I know.
That's a lot of work for all of us, including you. So, if we got...
It's actually not a lot of work for the person that they want to search their house. That's just a lot of work for them. But, yeah. He could easily say no. I guarantee he's going to cave.
To do that, we're going to have to detain you and put you in the car for a little while. All right, until we get that search warrant. It'll take a couple hours. If she's in there, can you just have her come out and say, I'm fine?
Well, she's not, though. That's the thing. Like, I mean, I can open up and I'll say, hey, KJ, Kelly, and there's no Kelly or KJ.
You mind if I just stand here looking?
You can. I mean, I don't have her here.
Okay.
Eventually, Wade agrees to let one officer, one he's met in the past, search his apartment.
Do you want if it's just one of you then?
One of us is fine.
Do you want to come in?
I'll go in, Wade. Thank you.
I know you know me enough, like...
Yeah, I just...
It's not much, but I don't have... I mean, I got my friend's sunglasses here, but... Not much of anything. And then I got all this... This is my bedroom. You see? Not here. I had her suitcase from when she was here. Just me, and if I do have a guest, I have a bed.
As Wade guides the officers through his home, nothing in particular is jumping out, but just as it seems the search is coming to a close, one thing catches the officer's eye.
I don't have anyone here.
Okay.
I just...
Alright, man.
Myself.
What's in the cooler?
Oh, that's for when the summer comes around. I'm going to have parties and stuff, so...
Alright, no problem. Can you open that for me, and then we'll get out of here?
Well...
Open up the cooler, brother. Hey, look. God shows his light in mysterious ways. He gon' look, justice will be served. You feel me? I don't care what type of wrong you done did. Guess what? Justice is coming for that ass. Oh, I guarantee she's in that cooler.
Not right now, I can't. Like, I mean, I want to save that for later.
Okay.
For when the summer gets here, so. But I showed you, she hasn't been here in forever.
Okay. Well, why don't you just open that cooler and we'll get out of here. I just want to make sure anywhere that she could be hiding.
She's not going to be hiding.
Well, okay. I just need to know that, okay?
No, I mean, I can help you out there, but...
I ain't gonna lie to you. I I'd go right over there and just start. After the second or third time, I'd be like, I'd go right over there, move out them boxes, open that thing. I'd be like, hands up, boy. Face on the ground. Get down.
Shown you everything.
Okay.
Wade seems eager to end the search and get back to bed, but his strangely evasive behavior is only working against him.
Yeah.
All right.
You want to open that cooler for me?
Well,
Can you open the fridge for me? Make sure she's not hiding in there.
there's no point in the fridge either. Like, I mean, it's just food and stuff.
I understand.
No.
All right, why don't you throw your shoes on real quick?
Well, I helped you out. I showed
You did partially, but do you have shoes you can throw on real quick?
a little bit.
Once you allow one officer in, it's wraps from there, honestly. Yeah, you can see him die inside when you heard the cooler. Facts. I didn't think I'll be ready to open that cooler. Why people respect coolers like that? I don't know, man. It's supposed to be for the drinks, for the not human meat, but meat, whatever you got going on. Man, summer is like right here. I'm excited. Summer is gonna be lit. I'm excited.
But here, I'll help you. You know.
Okay, I'll help you out. Go on out.
Well, I got
You're detained right now, okay? Go on out.
He fell into the trap, man. That's a trap.
I'm detained.
You're detained. Right, walk out there.
As the walls seem to close in on Wade, he's forced to make a decision. He can stick to his guns or prove to the police that they really have nothing to worry about.
If you've been waiting to apply for
Man. As a criminal, you're a terrible criminal. Hey, look, now the police officer is like, I don't care what you talking about. This is my house. What you thought this was? You thought it was sweet, didn't you? Got you. You know what I'm saying? You're already looking suspicious. It already smelled like a funky body up in here. Yeah. On that. That's funny, man.
Shoes on.
You're not gonna get them on now. I'm giving you the opportunity to walk out there. Do it now. You got anything illegal on you?
No, I don't.
Okay, put your hands behind your back.
You got a knife or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Why don't you turn around against the wall real slowly.
Being detained, I'm just.
Just want the opportunity to look the rest of the way through the apartment, okay?
Well, I showed you everything. Here, let me.
Do you want to show me?
I will. I showed you everything.
Why don't you walk back in there and show me then?
But I did.
Oh, man.
You see?
Can I look in that fridge?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nothing.
Okay. I see she's not in there.
What you want to be in a fridge?
I understand that, but we gotta look. We found people in some crazy places.
With no sign of KJ, Wade makes no attempt to hide his frustration with police.
What you want to have to hide?
Well, I don't know her. I don't know anything about her. I don't know if she's hiding from the law or hiding from her family or what she's doing.
Well, I
so
don't think she would.
I just want to verify. Okay. Can I look in that cooler over there?
Get him with the cooler. Hey, what up? I appreciate you. Hey, what up, JT? New peoples, yeah, new peoples in the chat. Pump it up. Hey, hey, I guarantee you that body in the freezer for sure. That boy, life is flashing before his eyes.
That's kind of
for summer, right?
Like I said, later on and summer stuff. But I'm trying to keep my stuff kind of private, you know.
Well, that's fine. All I want to do is open it, say, KJ, you in there, and then close it right back up. Okay, I'll get out of here. You'll be out of handcuffs and we'll be gone.
Well, let's have a warrant for the rest of this, and I'll just get detained. I don't understand why all this.
Seemingly confused at the invasion of his personal space, Wade agrees to wait it out while officers request a search warrant.
Oh, man. See, now you making them do a warrant, get a search warrant after they were already in your apartment. But you're in cuffs, now you're detained. Now you gotta wait until the warrant, and you over here pondering life. Like, once they find out, like, you just prolonging it at this point. You should already, as a criminal, you should already said, right when you open up the door, y'all gonna need a warrant to come up in here, and a good criminal would have bounced already. Cause, yeah. Or the police officers could have stayed there. More than likely they wouldn't have. But if they really suspected something, they would have probably stayed there, had somebody else create a warrant and would have waited it out so then he wouldn't leave. That would be the smart way to do. But
why don't you just have a seat right there?
Well, do you mind if I wait out here? I mean...
No, I gotta type up a search warrant. But at this point, I'm suspicious that she is in there.
Why?
So, because you won't let me look in that cooler or any other big boxes.
I'm actually kind of surprised the police officer didn't tell him that it smelled like a dead body. You said you hope it's a full body and not body parts. I can't imagine the smell being strong enough to leak. Yeah, he backtracked. It's too late.
In there. I didn't see anything else I needed to look through, but that big cooler, I have no idea what size she is. If she's a little person, you could probably put 2 of her in that cooler. That cooler was that big. So basically, I was going to make sure she's not hidden in there. It took you a little while to answer your door, so I don't know if she was...
The reason why I took a while is because I had to get dressed.
Okay. Then I understand that. If you were in bed, yeah. But in the meantime, you could have been telling somebody to go hide in the cooler. I don't know. She's not in trouble. We just have a job to do.
As officers repeatedly ask Wade to wait in the cruiser, he does everything he can think of to avoid the back seat.
I actually like to stay out here if that's okay.
Well, we can't.
Hey, the back seat of the police car, not fun, boy. What? Look, there is no room for your knees. You about sitting sideways the whole time. And this dude ain't a small individual. He's a hefty brother. That boy is definitely sitting sideways like a hot dog still in its package, bruh.
Sit right here if that's okay.
You can sit long ways across the seat, but you gotta get all the way in.
That's the only way you can sit.
You want to put your back towards the other door, you can, or whatever's more comfortable for you.
Once Wade finally gets settled, officers catch up a few feet away, and they're quick to voice concerns.
Well, he was trying to steer me away from this big old cooler that's in the corner of his living room. It's a big, huge green cooler, and you've got boxes stacked on top of it.
Meanwhile, a somewhat cooperative Wade is still squirming in the back of the squad car.
I guarantee you, he chopped the body up for sure. He definitely did. There's no way that whole body fitting in there if it ain't chopped up, yo.
I feel claustrophobic.
Okay.
I really am.
Well, all right, we'll head back there, okay? We'll put you...
I'm really feeling claustrophobic right now.
Okay.
Yeah, open up the window.
End this all. You can take me in there and let me look around more, or we can... I've got to take you back and put you in a cell while I'm doing the search warrant. So.
All right, well, let me go back then.
As Wade silently leads the officer back to his apartment, a strange energy hangs heavy in the air.
All I'm concerned about is any closets or any coolers.
Like I said, just in here. Watch.
Okay. Can I pop it open and just take a peek?
Well, yeah, if you want.
Okay. don't you step back for a second?
Okay.
What's in there?
That boy is just hovering over the police officer like crazy.
Just stuff. Okay. All right, let's head out here. Head out here.
All right, so whatever the police officer saw, clearly, well, to me it is, clearly he's just like, yeah, there's something in there. Head out.
Good now.
Yep, everything's good.
I showed you everything?
Yep. You're under arrest, okay?
Duh. I told you. I told you. Oh, man. This police officer is like, what? He found it?
Yes, you are. Alright. Gotta get the crime task force out here.
Sheesh. That boy saw an eyeball looking right back at him, guaranteed.
Can I have a soda, please?
Just keep walking.
What? Police officer just found a dead body in a freezer. He talking about, oh, summertime, I don't want you to see the freezer or the cooler, right? And the first thing this dude thinks about after being like, you're under arrest, can I get a soda? Bro, what?
Why don't you step back for a second?
Okay.
What's in there?
Just stuff.
Okay. All right, let's head out here. Head out here.
Good now.
Yep, everything's good.
I showed you everything?
Yep. You're under arrest, okay?
Under arrest?
Yes, you are.
Alright.
Gotta get the crime task force out here.
Can I have a soda, please?
Just keep walking.
Once outside and back in the patrol car, Wade seems eager to fill the silence.
This situation happened, and
Yeah. Yep.
this is probably the best way for me to put it right now.
The officers already seem to have an idea that something horrible happened in that apartment, but they couldn't yet know just how twisted things will get by the end of this disturbing case.
I am currently sitting on a car with a guy in the
Yeah, soda's crazy. Like, insane. Why a soda?
back seat who has done something bad.
As some of the officers begin searching the apartment, others transport Wade to the station and settle in for a long night, doing their best to put him at ease.
I hope they show more about the freezer instead of just that little tiny peek. I want people discovering the freezer. I need to see different angles from other police officers.
Happened, they need to know the full story. When he does start to talk, the story he has to tell is only a small piece of the truth, and what really happened to KJ is far more disturbing than anyone could have ever imagined.
We got some homemade cookies in there that are really good. You want a couple cookies?
Hey, look. They're not giving over cookies just because they feel like dude's hungry. You know what I mean? They're making him comfortable enough to where they could get everything out of him. Because he's been a little wonky when it comes to telling the truth. So these nice gestures are psychological.
Better pass on that.
You want a couple of them, or?
Yeah.
Hey, look, I want cookies. I know this brother wants some cookies. Come on. What? He's like, all right. Yeah, no. Get this man. Put him in the cell.
All right, man. Here's some cookies. I can get started on those.
He said, ooh. Boy, he's smile. Look at this boy just smiling now. Look at this. Crazy. I hope they put some truth serum in it. There's some, I forget what the drug is called, but there's some stuff that you could put in food that will make people tell the truth. Yeah, he seems to be the type to lie frequently. He said, "Your big back would take them cookies too." Crazy.
Soon, the detective arrives. While Wade insinuated earlier that KJ was merely a distant friend, it's not long before that story changes.
And I think it goes back to like 2013 with her.
Okay.
And we started being friends, but we started probably dating sometime after that.
So would it be fair to say that you've known Kelly Jean since 2013 and
Oh, I've known her before that, but that was just when she added me on Facebook.
Recently, according to Wade, he even lived with KJ in his current apartment.
All right, Wade, so what I would like
That boy hitting them cookies, boy. He said, ooh, wee. They got me right where they want them.
to know from you is, in your own words,
He ain't, look, I guarantee you, he ain't even mad no more. He just like, it's just me and cookies right now, boy. But I wish I had that soda.
what happened to Kelly Jean?
I know she's been through a lot. Might take a little bit to describe because there's a lot.
Please take your time. I have nowhere else to be.
Yeah, they literally have their whole shift. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours, you know what I'm saying? They got to be there all day. It doesn't matter how long it takes. But they going to get the truth out of them. They'll even bring him a Happy Meal with the toy inside. You know what I'm saying? Just to get right. Oh, you want that? Okay, I got you. They'll get him whatever he wants. This, like, if you want whatever you want, this is the time to get it. Right here, when you get in question, be like, I can't seem to remember if I didn't have a Happy Meal and a extra large pizza with honey drizzle on it.
So I will bear with you. Officer Wire will bear with you.
Absolutely.
If you need a tissue, there's plenty of tissues there.
Earlier, the search of Wade's apartment revealed some chilling discoveries.
So there's a rope, there's a bungee cords. We got the trash bag. Some type of ribbon. Bungee. Like a female belt. Girl shoes, those green ones.
Oh, man.
I'll start with saying that she's hyperglycemic.
Yep.
Alright, so her eating levels are important. She has to have a certain amount of sugars or whatever. I only bring that to attention because
So it's a shame they didn't even tell us the flavor. I'm saying they look like oatmeal cookies, kind of. You know, with the white frosting on top, they almost look like oatmeal cookies in a way. Kind of make me want some. I'm not gonna lie to you. He says soda would have gotten them to agree. Yeah, possibly. But look, if you know it's gonna be your last meal time, bro, hey, this is the time to do it right here. Anytime after this, it don't matter.
I know at one point while she was making cereal, she fainted and it really hurt her head and it really concerned me. Because a little after that, I started seeing impairment issues, whether speech, memory, things like that. I was concerned.
How long ago would you say that was? Yeah, that's good. I mean, right here. You seeing this?
I'm kind of surprised they didn't pop the cooler open already. Like, that was like the main part. This has to be like a different group of, or this has to be the other group that goes in. But I'm kind of surprised it didn't get passed on to be like, hey, pop that cooler open, bruh.
For her, that incident had to have happened in March.
Okay, so it's been a little bit ago.
Almost different.
When she fell, did she become unconscious? Did she knock herself out? Did she
have stung herself? Did she?
She was unconscious.
Okay, about how long would you say a little bit would be?
Wow. I would say 5 to 10 minutes, and even though that might seem like a little bit to me, that's a long time for someone to be unconscious.
And as Wade tells it, KJ's symptoms lingered in the days after her fall, and they weren't subtle. She had no memory of what happened, and she struggled to carry out daily functions that weren't a challenge for her before. Though KJ did suffer from these symptoms, what Wade is saying happened isn't the full story, and what really happened to her is far more disturbing than just a fall.
Here is a simple remote job you could start without a college.
And then I was trying to take care of her.
Wade isn't the only person police spoke to. They also asked his neighbor.
He said, yeah, they're looking for bloodstains after the body has been removed already. I don't think they removed it yet. I don't know why, but something tells me torture will be involved. I actually didn't think about that. For some reason, I don't feel like it was torture. I feel like this dude was just like experimental or something like that. I don't know.
For Sherry, who lived right next door, to come to the station to answer some questions and hopefully shed some light on what really happened to KJ. According to Sherry, she and Wade had a cordial relationship, occasionally spending evenings watching TV together in her apartment. But Wade made a comment about KJ that left Sherry feeling concerned.
Also, he told me that she had fallen in the bathroom and that he thought she might have a skull fracture. And I said, well, you need to take her to the emergency room. He goes, I'm taking care of her.
This development immediately put officers on high alert. In the story he told officers, Wade explained KJ fell in the kitchen while making cereal. In this version, Wade said she fell in the bathroom. This is only the first of many red
This boy, a pathological liar.
Flags in this story.
She wasn't able to feed herself. And that really...
So I had to do it. I was the caretaker.
Sorry, I did my best to try to help feed her. Because one time I came in, I saw her sitting on the tub, and I had tried to feed her this meal. I wanted these freezer dinners. I have a bunch of those. And
I feel like everything he's saying is a lie at this point.
it was chilly. And she was just kind of like holding it like this. And then she just moving so slow.
That's why they're not writing anything, because they're just like bull crap until he says something different.
And it was just chilly all over her.
Wade explained that KJ even struggled to drink water at times, despite his attempts to help her.
Did you try to get some medical treatment for her, see what was going on, anything like that?
I didn't take her, no. I didn't know if she could move or get around.
What do you mean by that?
Just wasn't walking all that fast. Like I said, her motor skills were not good. I did start talking to her caseworker about how she might need adult foster care. You know, because before even that, there were issues of bladder control problems. Like on my bed, I got a big old yellow stain for where she'd be on that. She in the kitchen, like she had issues with bladder control.
Sherry, Wade's neighbor, had more to share. Over time, she'd grown to feel extremely uneasy in his company. It wasn't long before an eerie and unprompted confession validated her strange feelings about Wade. From here, the story takes an even darker turn, suggesting that what police know about Wade so far barely scratches the surface.
He told me that he hit women.
He told you that he hit women?
Yeah, and that he was working on it, because I've been through domestic violence, and I told him, you can't do that, you know? I said, you can go to jail for that. He goes, I know I'm working on it.
After Wade's comments, Sherry remained friendly, but guarded, and she decided to ease off of their visits.
I thought, I don't want him in my house because he'd drag me.
Right.
Within 2 weeks of KJ's supposed fall, Wade claims that something terrible happened. Keep in mind that he knows the officers are working their way through his apartment, and he knows what they're going to find. He's setting himself up with a story he thinks will explain away the stomach-churning evidence.
I figured she'd be okay in a bathtub, just taking a bath. No. So I started the water for her. I thought she'd be okay if she was laying down, not standing up. I wouldn't have to watch over her.
She wouldn't fall.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I see her in the morning, she wasn't breathing, and I just... What really shocked me is when I saw her feet. And it means that she started with hot water, and I don't know, didn't have the strength to turn the knob, or I can't understand why she.
Yeah, this dude just lying like a rug, boy.
Or adjust it, or and I don't know if that would cause death. Is hot water?
Bro, stop. Hot water in a tub cause death? Bro.
Or maybe she tried to get out and fell or something. I don't know. I seriously do want to know what the cause of death was, because I really don't know.
Hey, nobody said it. He did. Nobody asked him. Nobody said, hey, so how'd she die? He said it. He told on himself. Oh, so you just had a dead body just sitting in there, for sure.
With this claim, Wade has confirmed that KJ isn't missing. She's dead.
When you left the bathroom, how was she positioned?
She was laying in the tub.
Okay.
So this is where you don't see anything on the outside of the fridge. For the naked eye, see anything underneath?
Well, this place is just dark. Does he have like no lights, bro?
Okay. No, either. Oh my gosh.
And did you go back in there?
I went to sleep.
You went to sleep.
I thought she would be okay.
Authorities struggle to understand Wade's logic. In what world would someone leave a person who is incapable of eating, drinking, or moving around without help alone in a tub full of water? There's one very good reason for this. Wade isn't telling them the truth. While on a break,
surprise, surprise,
in the back room, officers wrestle with ideas about what's really going on.
This guy, like, not all there.
He's not all there. We thought I figured that you could choke him up pretty easy, but he's either really good or he's just.
That's what he's either really good or he's really stupid. Like, that's kind of wild to really think about. Be like, he's either really good at being stupid or he's just dumb.
Yeah, I don't think he's all there.
As the police will soon learn, it isn't that Wade is out of his mind. Rather, he's attempting to manipulate them in order to hide the truth of what really happened to KJ.
Just check the freezer. Just look in the freezer, bro. Why would any normal human being keep the dead body and their girlfriend I don't feel like it was his girlfriend. I ain't gonna lie to you. After they died.
But the horrors uncovered back at his apartment will reveal an entirely different version of events.
Introducing the ultimate AI voiceover.
Oh, they dragging it. They ain't trying to have us see what's in the freezer already, man. They're dragging it.
So your cast off. Something's right there, because that's, see, it starts over here. It's way down. See it on it. Yeah. That looks like it hit pretty level. It's almost like it's all the way across.
When the officers interviewing Wade return to speak with him, they press him further, hoping to get a story that makes sense. What Wade soon tells them is chilling.
And then when did you go back into the bathtub? Or the bathroom, I'm sorry.
Not till morning when I woke up and realized she wasn't in bed with me.
Was the water still running, or?
Bro. We got a soggy dead body chilling in the bathtub all night. You know how your fingers were pruned all night? Stop.
Was the water off?
And in hot water? I mean, I'm sure it got cold if it wasn't running. I don't think it would be running, but she over here boiling like a hot dog, bruh.
Water was off, so she had to have turned it at some point. Had to.
This dude, what? Like, he's searching for the ant. Like, it must have been off. Like, what are we really doing right now, bro? What are we doing?
Was her head above water or below the water?
Give this man some cookies for some memory, bro.
Okay. What happened at that point? Did you call 911? Did you call anybody at all?
If KJ's death was truly an accident, it's hard to fathom why Wade wouldn't immediately call for help. Wade has also just lied to police, or at the very least, he's leaving something integral out of this story. Given the 911 call reporting KJ's death, Wade had to have told someone about KJ's death.
He had her in the bathtub for a little while, and I don't think he's going to be very cooperative with you.
Okay. Well, most people aren't.
It turns out that Wade had no question in his mind about the identity of the mysterious caller who
Okay, well, already got the report of death. Not being cooperative. So they're already prepared. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, all you had to say, y'all need a warrant. Close the door. Lock it.
reported him to the authorities.
I only have one friend which probably made the call, and I'm not going to be upset with him. He probably got to a point where his conscience got to him too.
And
so rigor mortis in a tub, in a bathtub, wouldn't be that more difficult to cut up the body? I'm not sure how long. You know what I'm saying? It could have been that day. It could have been days before. I'm not sure how long. Give him a plate, and he'll let you know. Yeah, his memory will come back with the. Hey, he done ran out of cookies now, so his memory ain't memorying.
Wade was right. The caller was his own best friend, Stephen Ryan Russ. Wade explained that after everything had happened, his only way to cope with KJ's death was to tell someone. So he confided in Stephen. But what he told him was so disturbing that Stephen couldn't keep it to himself. When police bring Stephen in for questioning, it's clear from the start he has reservations about speaking up.
Is this going to be in court?
This could possibly be used in court, yeah.
So Wade's going to know about this?
He already knows. All right. So the whole case came to light when Central Dispatch got a call regarding Wade and KJ. Do you know about that call?
Yes, I do.
Did you place that call to Central Dispatch?
Yes, I did.
And what was that call in reference to?
My family was getting very scared of him, and it was to the point that they couldn't even sleep, so I had to do something.
Stephen continues, explaining the series of Facebook messages that turned his world upside down.
He said that he did something and that he can't talk to anyone about it. And I was like, well, I'm your brother. You can talk to me.
According to Stephen, Wade then explained that KJ had passed away unexpectedly, and he didn't report her death to the police.
he wanted us to help him move the body with the car, and we both told him no.
Oh my gosh.
That. And I was like, you're one of my closest friends, and I'll keep your secret for you, but obviously I couldn't.
In interrogation, Wade tries to explain.
Look, I've said this before in a live. Humans can't keep a secret. They have to tell at least one person. That's just how it is. I'm just glad for this guy, the one person was the police. You know what I'm saying? For this guy, he just needs some cookies and a soda.
Explain his choice to hide KJ's death, hoping to ease detective suspicions.
It's hard to feel like I can be honest if I feel like I go through scenarios all the time where I'm accused. And
well, I can tell you, we're not here making any accusations. We're just here to
it's hard to
figure out what happened.
I didn't do the right action. I probably should have reported. I should have done some things right. And I just felt like whatever I
You see how they're not riding? Cause bull crap.
would have said would have just been taken the wrong way or said the wrong way. And
By now, Wade knew he was in trouble. KJ's body was still in his apartment, and he needed it gone. Stephen eventually paid him a visit, and things only got worse.
He's asked me if I wanted to see the body, and I told him no.
Boy, asking if you want to see it like it's a damn, what was that? Elementary would always have on Fridays show and tell. He's trying to act like it's show and tell, bro. Oh, look at it. No, bro. Nobody wants to look at it.
I really didn't want anything to do with it. I didn't even want to be in there because it felt like there was an elephant sitting on my chest.
When asked why Wade would keep KJ's body in the apartment, Stephen gave an answer that only hinted at the truth.
My guess is because he didn't have the means of getting rid of it.
I treated it like I was guilty of the situation. I felt like no matter what I say or do, I was just going to be guilty. But I figured even no matter what, the best I'll do is I want to give her a proper burial somewhere.
Wade's desire to give KJ a proper burial is chilling, and his next comments stir up the eerie feeling that Wade desires some sort of control, a theme that will surface again soon. As disturbing as this story is, it's only the beginning of the sickening revelations, because Wade still isn't telling the full story.
At least wherever I'll put her, I would visit her. I wouldn't want her to have...
What are we talking about right now?
Like, nobody visit her.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what you guys would do with her now, but if I could know where she was buried, I would like to go.
Researching childhood vaccines?
This is insanity. Oh, they about to discover that she in the freezer, bro. I'm honestly surprised that every killer usually tells someone or leaves a record of their crime. In a weird way, it seems they're prepared to get caught. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Because you got to also understand that a lot of these murderers, they're only preying on people they know or they feel like they know they could victimize. A weaker vessel, weaker individual. They're not strong people, you know what I mean? So of course they're gonna fold. Yeah.
Cooler with brand new.
Yeah.
Got some paper stuff. I want to look, so...
The police then question Wade about what happened after he claims he found KJ dead, and he launches into a truly sickening timeline. But no matter how shocking his revelations seem, they pale in comparison to what's to come when the truth is revealed.
So let's get back to our sequence of how things kind of played out and what happened. So wake up in the morning, she's in a bathtub, she's not breathing. What transpired from there?
Well, it's not pretty, I'll tell you that. Seeing things that I can't unsee, but... Okay, so it took me a while to get some coolers. In the process of that, I would run cold water on her until I got some coolers, because I was like, I mean, you have a lot of detective shows, right?
Sure.
So
they're good.
Tell you if you keep the body cold or something, maybe it'll preserve it. I don't know. Maybe I'm ignorant of what I'm thinking, but that's TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the whole decomposition process, and because I'll come in and check on her, and I know she's passed, so I still talk to her.
Bro, excuse me? You over here talking to dead bodies? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. Bro, what?
Which probably makes you crazy.
I definitely don't think that it's something that makes you crazy. I mean, it's no different than someone who goes to a gravesite and talks to one of their loved ones who's passed.
First couple days, she's movable, right?
Right.
Then after that, you see like the blood kind of settle where she was laying at.
Mm-hmm.
When you go after that, that's when I start seeing like black around her fingertips and her groin and waistline. And by then she was pretty stiff for a good while. Because when she was laying in the tub, she kind of laid like against the wall, I think, or something. But even after a while, the stiffness faded away, and she just got, laid on her shoulder.
Now, Wade was in a pickle. With a decomposing body in his bathtub and with Stephen's refusal to help him move it, it was only a matter of time until someone caught on. So, he hatched a plan. On April 12th, around 6 days after KJ's death.
See, I knew it had to be a few days. There's no way it all happened that day. I was like, yeah. No. A lot of them want the clout too. I don't think this is. I don't think this is clout worthy. I don't think this is like. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on in my bio.
Wade saved up the money to buy a large cooler, air freshener, and 30-gallon trash bags.
So what happened at that point? You said that you bought one and then realized you needed a second. What do you mean by that?
Well, I wanted to put her all in one so she could be whole.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't really move her in any kind of way to keep her whole. Nothing I could do to keep her remain whole. That's where I really got gross.
So, is it a bloodbath in there?
Man, they just trying to build the anticipation for it. I guarantee you probably ain't gonna see nothing until you get like right over here, bro.
What happened at that point?
Oh, when I had to get the second cooler, I had to put her legs in that one. And I'm not gonna lie, that was the grossest thing ever.
And I guess help me understand how she was in one and her legs were in another.
I had to cut her legs so I could fit me out.
Okay, when you say that, you mean that her body was too big for the first cooler? So you couldn't fit her in the first cooler? And was she too stiff to be able to move her around to put her in the cooler?
If I could move her, I would have had her like knees up to her chest or something.
But he couldn't.
Dog, the process, bro. The processes of which somebody would have to go through to do that is so wild. Like, why? That's too much. That's too much. Oh, whoops.
He decided dismemberment was his only option, but he did.
He said it seems to be a pattern that killers find dead bodies more gross than the killing the person. Right. First couple of days? No, more like 6 days. Huh.
Didn't exactly keep a low profile. Instead, he asked to borrow a saw from his neighbor Sherry, not an unusual request if it weren't for his bizarre explanation. According to Sherry, Wade claimed he needed the tool to cut his mattress in half. When he wasn't able to use someone else's saw, he purchased his own from a local supermarket and then got to work.
Where did you cut her legs at?
This is the most disgusting thing ever. Hopefully you never have to see something like this in your life.
What are you talking about?
Alright, so here and then here. I started here, but then I realized her knees were still over to the edge. So I had to go here too. But what I would have wanted to do, except she was too heavy for me, is take her under the shower, get her, wash her off, because after she passed on, she crapped herself. I was like, man, I didn't even know that until I got her into the cooler.
The police working their way through Wade's apartment eventually confronted the sickening discovery hidden in his cooler.
Now remember, he was willing to keep the body until he gave her a proper burial.
When we open this is something that we're never going to be able to unsee. Oh yeah. That's her head, her arms, her breasts. She's been gone for a while. Yep.
See? Had to at least be like 2 weeks. Like from death to cutting out the body, storing the body. It had to at least be 2 weeks, like probably 12, maybe 13 days.
The legs are detached and above the knee. Yep. Bugs have made their way in. Yep. There's a large amount of food for definitely female. Appears to be Caucasian. Naked, no clothes. Okay. Oh yeah. And cut up.
Nice. Okay, now it's steamed.
So let me put these boxes back.
Oh, so there's a lot more evidence in here somewhere.
It stinks. Yeah, now it does.
The officers have only discovered part of what they believe to be KJ's body, but it won't be long before they find the rest.
Good picture of that.
You saw the way he looked. He said, "Oh nah."
Well, so there's a lot more evidence in here somewhere.
It stinks. Yeah, now it does.
Look at the cop taking a picture.
Have
Watch.
only discovered part of what they believe to be KJ's body, but it won't be long before they find the rest.
Watch the cop on the left. Watch his face.
Good picture of that.
He's like, "Oh
So
hell no."
That's where it is. So you're going to move this. Pull it up there right in front of the suitcase. So this cooler is what we think might have the other parts in it. We'll lift it up. It is tied in a knot up here.
I will cut right here. Yeah, those are her legs. I saw some toes and an ankle. Were you able to open that up? Yeah, there's 2 of them in there. Okay.
See, I don't think anybody is allowed to go back to work at least the next 24 to 48 hours after this type situation. Like I said, I think all service members need to go to therapy. Yeah, this is, yeah.
Best place to puke.
From his apartment, authorities also collected clear safety goggles, rubber gloves, and several small items, including bungee cords, a black belt, and a white ribbon. This white ribbon, a seemingly innocuous discovery compared to the horrors already uncovered, would turn out to be a clue to the stomach-churning truth of what really happened to KJ.
Was her head attached?
Yeah.
She's just
in the cooler. She's
yeah.
this has basically been down with that.
That's all I seen was her arm and part of.
He said a lot of cops seem to be so nonchalant. I mean, I think it's a high pressure situation that you can't be like freaking out. They gotta. So I wouldn't say it's nonchalant. I think it's just being methodical about what they gotta do. Just getting the job done. That's a lot of time to chill. No pun intended. Crazy. Yeah, you're crazy for that one. That looked like we got him. This guy is crazy. Yeah. Had to take a break because that's crazy. Yeah.
Chest, I got shut it right here through the femur.
Authorities shift focus to the saw, which wasn't recovered from Wade's apartment during the initial search. Wade says that shortly after he dismembered KJ's body, he contacted a friend he knew through the local shelter system to negotiate a trade, a saw for a DVD player.
Was there a reason that you got rid of it, or just had it and didn't really need it, or how did that whole thing play out with Bill?
He needed it. I needed a DVD player.
While Wade describes trading the saw as a casual, serendipitous event, police catch up with the man who received the saw, and he describes an entirely different scenario.
Like, he really was wanting to give it to me. I'm like, well, just wait till I bring you the DVD, because I don't like doing deals where, I owe somebody, because then I got on the back of my mind constantly after, I owe them. So I was like, just wait. And he's like, no, here, just take it out.
Would you say that he was insisting that you take the saw?
Pretty much, yes, he was insisting. Because I even said, no, not right now.
Did you notice anything about the saw that was weird, different?
Looking at you could see, like in a serration, it looked like a chunk of something in there.
Yeah.
So I'll show you exactly how.
He didn't even care to try to clean it or nothing. He just said, here you go with the chunks and everything, boy.
DNA testing of the saw blade did reveal,
be like, hey, could I get this chunk free, please? Like, no.
The possibility of blood present, although further details could not be confirmed.
I mean, I'm not proud of anything at all.
Sure, but stuff happens, and we're just trying to get
not how this should be.
Look, all phrases shouldn't be used in all situations. When you say stuff happens, this stuff doesn't just happen. You know what I'm saying? Tripping on a cord. Hitting the edge of a counter, bumping your toe. That stuff happens. This stuff doesn't just happen.
I kept saying that word, like, this is not how you should have went. This.
Upon reflection, Bill explained this wasn't the only thing that seemed off when he was around Wade.
And then when you heard about Wade getting arrested, what was the first thought in your mind?
I didn't believe it. I'm like, because I've been hanging out with him. I freaked out because I was sitting on the cooler and I didn't know. I smelled.
No way. There's no way you smelled that and you sat on the cooler. See, I'm just thinking everybody is just dirty. Let's just say that, right? Cause a putrid smell like a dead body and not saying nothing is crazy.
Now I know what a dead body smells like, but that smell was there. As soon as I walked in, it was damn. I was just thinking, man, this guy has some nasty bowels or something. Right. That's what I honestly thought that was. But
dog, there is no doo-doo on this earth that smells worse than a body.
Now I know that was a body.
By now, the police are more than suspicious that the story Wade is telling them isn't the truth, but just what exactly he was hiding remained to be seen. Still, Sherry, Wade's neighbor, may have had some idea about what was really going on behind the closed door of Wade's apartment. In her interview, she recalled one of the few interactions she ever had with KJ. One day, she stopped by Wade's door to ask for coffee and was surprised when KJ greeted her at the door. Sherry didn't know it at the time, but as KJ peered out from behind the front door, she didn't have a stitch of clothing on. KJ agreed to send Wade over shortly. When he showed up on Sherry's doorstep, coffee in hand, he wasn't happy. According to Sherry, Wade admitted to forcing KJ to walk around their home naked, and by answering,
oh, he a freak. Yeah. Nah, sitting on a cooler. I think he had like a couch or a couch chair or something like that. I don't remember any chairs or anything because all the dude had was a cooler to sit on, but that had boxes, but I'm guessing he just put boxes up on them while he was preparing for the police to whatever. He gets off on humiliation. Yeah.
During the door that day, she'd apparently crossed the line.
He said, she shouldn't have opened the door like that. I said, well, I didn't see anything. And he goes, I'm going to have to get the belt out.
But back in the interrogation.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely conscious about what he did. He's playing stupid. Like, really stupid. And he's good at it.
Room. Wade doesn't do much to refute his neighbor's accusations. In fact, he expands on them.
You never gone to jail for fighting somebody or pushing somebody or any kind of domestic violence or anything crazy like that?
The domestic things in the past have been dismissed in court.
A pattern is beginning to emerge. While Wade admits fault in some instances, the admissions almost seem calculated, as if they're designed to distract from the larger questions at hand.
I said, if I hear any domestic violence, I'm going to call the police.
Sherry never called the police, but Wade eventually admits to the officers that he did hurt KJ.
Alright, I kicked her in the butt because I was ashamed of her cheating on me and such. You know, I shouldn't have, but I did. And then, come to find out in court, she tried to blame these bruises of her ankles on me. I thought it had nothing to do with her ankles. That's false evidence.
Yeah, he had nothing to do with the ankle, but the murder, all me.
Because what happened was she fell down by the railroad, again, the balance issue, by the railroad tracks, and that caused the bruises from her ankles rolling.
Not from you kicking her, though.
No.
Gotcha.
This dude's a goober. He is a goofball, man. He's trying to justify that an ankle rolling and bruise here, bruise that. Dog, you killed a whole person. Murdered. Who cares? Like, this dude, oh my gosh.
Report required. You want to know
Guess she had reason for concern.
Soon,
it's just stalling. It ain't for nothing. Because they already got him, so they still got a shift they got to work. You know what I'm saying? So
Place Wade in a holding cell while they continue to investigate, and as if it were everyday conversation, Wade nonchalantly confirms his neighbor's allegations. Earlier, when Wade was first brought in, he contemplated his choice to hide KJ's death. Most disturbingly, despite knowing what the officers at his apartment
he had a couch, nothing else,
were going to discover, and knowing what he had done, he somehow still had an appetite to eat the cookies offered to him.
All right, Wade, so what I would like to know
because them things is busting, you know.
you is, in your own words, what happened to Kelly Jean.
On the day I found her like that, if I had called it in, would there be a different outcome? Would it be anything different?
Yeah, maybe like not a chopped up body in the freezer or in the cooler. Sorry, my bad. By the time they found out about it, I mean, they definitely could have buried her or whatever the case may be. But then they would have probably still found out that you are a woman beater and making her do some weird stuff, bro. Yeah, she probably wouldn't be in pieces, to be honest with you.
Well, it just depends on, you know, when it was and all that.
His indifference was yet another.
I'm not sure if you want those cookies. I'm not sure about that. If he's willing to literally be in a house with a dead body for days, you think he washes his hands? Stop it.
Another subtle sign of the horrors to come, but still, no one can prepare themselves for the nauseating story that is eventually revealed.
When was the last time you used a belt on her?
Probably a day or two before. But
before she died?
Yeah, but that couldn't cause death.
I wouldn't think it would, so yeah.
Guarantee he used blunt force trauma, take her out, threw her in a tub, water, like he said before, chopped her up, put in the cooler. This dude talking about the hot water couldn't have killed her, could it have? Then he's like, the belt couldn't have killed her. Could it have? Could it have?
Why'd you use a belt on her?
Because I don't want to use hands.
Okay. What did she do to deserve the belt?
Oh, her coming back type thing.
Okay. So it's punishment to her.
But that is my point. I started using the belt because I didn't want to use hands anymore.
Okay.
I didn't want to give her the hands anymore. It was time for the belt. We were going to drop her a tear down because she deserved that punishment. No more hands. The belt.
That's why I'm not saying it's that much better, okay? It shouldn't be physical anyways.
Sherry had a different theory, one that was sickeningly close to the truth.
I never really saw her because I think that he was keeping her in there and not wanting anybody to see her.
By now, authorities know more than they're letting on, and with one question, they signal to Wade that his house of lies is about to collapse around him.
We're not going to find any belt marks around her neck, are we? That's just a question I got asked.
I don't think you all know.
Well, what if we do?
I don't think you should be finding anything, but
With Wade's history of alleged violence, authorities are hoping for first-hand witnesses, and when they catch up with his most recent ex-girlfriend, Katie, they get more than they bargained for. Katie explained that she'd known Wade since childhood.
Oh man, she got the face like, I know way more than you possibly ever want me to know. Yeah. He's like, You're gonna get a different type of leather. You're gonna get that belt.
Good, and their relationship became romantic in 2018, just 1 year prior. But it was short-lived, ending abruptly after only 3 months.
So what happened that ended your guys' relationship?
Okay, so my kids had just started school again, and I needed to be home with them, and so I couldn't do whatever he was asking me to do, like pick him up or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up showing up here, but I had my kids and I could not take him. And he started a fight out here, and I finally was like, okay, just get in the car, like I'll take you just to get you away from me.
Wait. So how did he get there? Did he drive over there, be like, you can't take me, just so you could take him? That's kind of weird. Unless if you just lived down the street and you walked there or whatever, but still. Like, if you're able to do that, you get a bus. You know what I'm saying?
And my kids were in the back seat, and he was in the front seat with me. And we were driving towards Kalamazoo, and he realized that I was going to leave him there.
Mm-hmm.
And he said something, and I just put my hand across. I didn't even touch him. I just was like, stop. Like, just stop. My kids are right there. Like, you're freaking out. And he told me that he would break my arm if I ever did that again. And so my daughter she's a diabetic, and she started, I didn't know at the time, but she was like, Mom, my sugar's going low. But she was just faking it to get back home.
No.
And
smart girl.
So I got us back here. My kids got in the house. I got away from him, out of the car. And he's like, just get back in the car and take me. And I'm like, no, I'm not getting back in the car. And I put like a bicycle and a chair between us, and I wouldn't let him get close enough. He's like, no, I'm not going to hurt you. Just come here. Let's just figure this out. And I was like, no. You need to find like somewhere else to go, somewhere, like get away from me. I don't want anything to do with you.
And before the detective leaves, she suggests something far more sinister may be at play.
See, she about to drop the real good stuff. So yeah, that's weird. If they're able to get to point B, then why are you asking people to drive you? Notice he's targeting people with health issues. Hey, sick mind. Oh, whoops.
That would have been me. No, I'm not going to hurt you. Just come here. Let's just figure this out. And I was like, no. You need to find like somewhere else to go, somewhere like if I wouldn't have ended things when I did, that would have been me. And that's terrifying to me.
As police slowly gather more pieces to this puzzle, a clearer picture starts to emerge. Authorities are ready to confront Wade. Unsurprisingly, Wade uses the opportunity to smooth over his story, but in the process, he trips up.
He says, well, why didn't she scream or anything? I've never seen that woman scream. Never. I might have only seen her cry maybe 4 times.
Okay. What caused her to cry?
2 times was pain related. Like where she got hurt, she cried.
How'd she get hurt? Did she cut herself bad, or was it a broken bone, or?
Just, I don't know I don't even want to really talk about that. I just know that that's the only time I've ever seen her.
But you really willing to talk about everything else?
I cried. Just twice out of pain.
Okay.
And twice when I left her alone.
You don't want to talk about it? 'Cause did you cause the pain to her? And you can be honest with me, Wade. It's all about getting everything off your chest.
Yeah, get it off your chest.
When I left her alone, I know when she cried being alone, I caused that emotional pain. Physical pain. I don't think me causing her physical pain caused her to cry. I think,
Yeah, his story is falling apart.
Maybe it was a little physical.
Actually, his story wasn't even together. His story been in pieces. Like the puzzle that's in his living room. That's exactly how his story goes. Unfinished.
Pain from you.
In shambles.
talking about causing pain to people is just not something I get a thrill out of. It's not.
Yeah, I understand that.
And I just don't want to talk about it. That's it's not appropriate. It's not.
Sir, you murdered somebody, and then you spoke about you giving her the hands, unquote, quote unquote, giving her the hands. And then instead of giving her the hands, you gave her the belt. And then she walks around your apartment naked. And she can't talk to nobody. Oh my gosh. All kinds of abuse. What are you talking about?
Ironically, despite Wade's claims here, he would eventually talk about this very subject, and it would be what law enforcement needed to break his case wide open. Soon the officer stands to leave the room. Sensing Wade's desperation, he presses a little more.
When we do the autopsy, what marks are we going to find that was from scuffles between the two of you?
Like her lips might be messed up, or
why would her lips be messed up? From. And you can speak to me, man. It's just between me and you.
It was messed up, but it was not something that would cause her to go through it. Like that night was a peaceful night. Okay, I want that very clear.
Well, we're getting somewhere now. Now I'm starting to see a little bit.
Before wrapping up, the officer gives Wade one last chance to come clean.
I got 30 seconds before I gotta walk out of here, okay?
Okay.
So you look me straight in the eye and tell me that you're not the cause of her death.
No, I'm not.
While police know Wade isn't telling them everything, they never could have imagined the stories of depravity that would follow this interrogation. And eventually, KJ's autopsy would reveal a sickening story. After Wade was booked, the disturbing, stomach-churning truth was revealed. Authorities received statements from several of his cellmates requesting to speak with them.
Ooh, that's crazy. Whoa. Yo, what? Several of his cellmates are requesting. That means they're going to the security guards while in jail being like, hey, look, this dude I'm celled up with, I need to speak to the authorities, you know what I'm saying? Like right now. That's crazy. I ain't never heard that before.
By one, these men explained that Wade had shared every gruesome detail about what really happened to KJ. And proudly, what they revealed shocked everyone.
What did Wade Allen tell you guys?
Man, dude, this guy is, well, let me just put it to you like this. He's a serial killer. He told us that he physically had this girl down on the bed with a white ribbon around her neck, watching the clock for 5 minutes until she was dead. And he brought her back to life.
If you recall, police found ribbon while in Wade's apartment.
Some type of ribbon?
If you want to have body mastery, I can help you train.
That's crazy. When I really thought it was over. Honestly, when I really thought it was over, it just got worse.
He brought her back to life.
If you recall, police found ribbon while in Wade's apartment.
Some type of ribbon?
And when he did, the torture that he put her through.
Oh, you called it. You said you got a feeling it's torture. It definitely is torture.
Oh, it's gross. It's disgusting.
this is only the beginning of the horrifying reveals. Although Wade's alleged jailhouse stories vary slightly, several of his cellmates agree on a few particularly gruesome details about what happened to KJ.
He told her, he says, "You're going to die by someone that loves you and not somebody that hates you."
Curiously, investigators discovered that KJ's very last Facebook message was to Wade on March 18th, the same day she suddenly dropped all activity. The message read, "I love you, you are mine, and I am yours forevermore. I know that you can't reply, but I wanted to tell you this every day." This ominous message was just the beginning.
And you said he brought her back? What do you mean by that? What did
He gave her CPR.
After cellmate.
That's crazy. I ain't never heard that before. So he choked her out, gave her CPR. Like, if he like really gave CPR, like where you gotta crack the ribs, mouth to mouth, until they come back, bro. To think that you're dead, dead, then all of a sudden you back. Oh, what the? Oh, nah, hell no. This dude's insane. You called it, unfortunately. Yeah, you win a prize.
They each build on the same story, and as they continue, what was already a tragic story evolves into one of pure, unbridled evil. According to the men housed with Wade, his sick actions may have started long before KJ's death. They claim Wade had a jealous and controlling streak, and as one cellmate tells it, KJ's life changed drastically after she confided in a mutual friend about her relationship troubles.
His friend had a conversation with him and said that Wade...
This boy just running like a faucet. He cannot keep quiet. He just like to talk. Well, now everybody know.
Kelly had told his girlfriend that Wade was being too rough with her as far as reality went.
Mm-hmm.
Wade said that from that point on, he was furious because his matters weren't to be discussed with his friends. They were personal. So he said he never let her go to whoever's house that was again. That from that day on, when he went to work, he started tying her up and placing her in the closet.
And if binding KJ alone in a dark closet for hours on end wasn't sickening enough, another inmate describes an unthinkably heinous act.
He gagged her with a screwdriver and a wash rag, and he would put a wash rag around into the screwdriver and made it like a horse bit. That's why he wouldn't have to take the bit out of her mouth, because he could wet the wash rag and give her water, so he'd keep her tied up longer without having to untie her. And what was the purpose of that? So she couldn't yell and scream.
According to Wade's cellmates, KJ initially fought back against Wade's mistreatment. When she threatened to go to the police, Wade amped up his efforts to silence her.
Wade started tying her up and keeping her to where she couldn't go anywhere. Like, she didn't go outside, she didn't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that Sherry had been right all along.
I think that he was keeping her in there and not wanting anybody to see her.
According to his cellmates, the truth behind KJ's death was so twisted, so unimaginably brutal, that it kept them up at night. In fact, after they heard Wade's latest retelling of events, the men took shifts sleeping, making sure there was always someone keeping an eye on him. His cellmates said that after Wade choked KJ to the brink of death, she lost her motor function, the ability to speak, and the ability to control her bowels and bladder. Then, she remained alive in this helpless state for around 2 weeks before her death.
Really? Wow. That's insane. Wow. What a way to go. Jeez, man. That's insane. CPR after strangling her. This man is doing so much physical labor. She was alive, not able to control her bowels or nothing, couldn't talk, nothing. But she was alive in a bathtub for 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
He said he didn't know if it killed her, but he had to smack her to get her to come back. And I guess she never actually came back. She came back, but she wasn't there. So, and that's, you know.
What do you mean by that?
She wasn't coherent. You know, she never talked again to him, but she, you know, he got her to breathe again.
And in the meantime, according to another cellmate, she suffered unspeakably.
He said a couple times he went in there and just put his hand over her face and nose to see if he could. He said, but she wouldn't die, like she didn't want to die.
According to another man housed with Wade, he even seemed to regard her suffering as an inconvenience for him.
And he said that she wouldn't eat is why he was hitting her with the belt stuff, trying to wake her up, but she wouldn't wake up.
Bit by bit.
Wow. So from this dude being like, does hot water kill somebody? Would a belt kill somebody? Strangled her. I ain't never heard that before. Strangle to kill somebody, then revive them, bro. If that's not a nightmare, oh my gosh. To have your own murderer be like, I'ma choke you out to death, then revive you, and then have you sit in a tub for 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, and in the tub, I think the water was, yeah. I think she was just sitting in water too, which is crazy. This dude, no, he's not delusional. He knows exactly what he did. Like everything.
Police are beginning to piece together the gut-wrenching reality of KJ's last days. While Wade claimed to have been attempting to feed her and care for her in her state of helplessness, this was a complete lie, and in fact, he was torturing her.
They got to the point where he was laying in bed one day, and he felt the need to take a torch that he had, and he said he burned her tongue.
That's what happened to her lips. That's what happened to her lips.
And her nipples, so that she would never feel arousal from another male again.
Oh my gosh.
He said he even put her in a bathtub and dumped scalding hot water on her feet to see if she had any movement, and she...
Well, remember, she wasn't dead when she was in the tub for 2 weeks. She just lost function of her body. So she's still alive, still feeling this pain. And he's dumping scalding hot water on. Oh my gosh.
He wouldn't move, scream, or nothing. He said it was so hot that he boiled the water and dumped it on. He said it burnt his skin and everything right off.
Oh my gosh.
Since she was not bothered by it no more, he had to take it a step further to show her that when she was in the wrong, she was in the wrong.
The informants say
bro, he cut her nipples off, burnt her tongue with a torch, and poured scalding hot water on her feet to where the skin just fell off. This is beyond, like, nah, this is straight just demonic, bro. It's no jealousy, no, like, this dude just a freaking weirdo.
This is precisely when Wade injured KJ to the point of her incapacitation and eventual death.
Well, he said no matter what he did to her, that she had no movement, and eventually she just passed on her own.
Somehow, even after KJ's death, the hellish scene in Wade's apartment wasn't over. In fact, according to his cellmate, he wasn't even close to finished with KJ. It was then that Wade sunk to a low so unbelievable that his cellmate struggled to find the words.
He'd warm the body up and have relations with it.
Dog, I had a thought about that like way earlier. I was just like, I bet you this dude would have did some weird stuff. And here it comes, right here.
You want to call it? That's just I was like, geez, I wasn't trying to hear any of that, but just, he's a monster.
Can we back up to that part? What do you mean he warmed the body up ahead?
In the tub, he would run warm water on it and then cool it down with cold water after he did whatever he did with it.
And according to another informant, Wade shared sick details about his horrific actions openly.
Bro. Ooh, look at that little pizza oven, yo. That looks tough. I want one.
Go from dough to delicious in minutes and achieve crispy crust.
Sheesh. I need that. I need this right here. Ninja wood fire? Bro.
With 5 pizza programs, there's a slice for every kind of pizza lover. It's better outside with Ninja.
I'm with that.
He was like, it was kind of rough at first. But her jaw just eventually opened up, and I just took advantage of it before I had to chop her up. I was like, whoa.
Meanwhile, as this nightmarish scenario took place, Wade's next-door neighbor, Sherry, started to notice a foul odor drifting into her own apartment.
But then, over the last 2 weeks...
See, I told you. 2 weeks. Over the last 2 weeks. That means 2 weeks she was sitting in the tub alive until she passed. And then 2 weeks he had the body. Passed on, chopped up, whatever. This has been a month process from, you know what I'm saying? But 2 weeks of the body being in there. I told you it was going to be 2 weeks. I said 12, 13 days.
He was even standing there. I said, what is that smell? It smells like something died.
Yeah, necrophiliac too. I'm tired. I'm tired of this. Yeah, this dude got me beat. I ain't gonna lie to you. I have to. Yeah, this is gonna be it for me today. Like, yeah, that pizza was fire.
Looked like something's dead. I thought maybe an animal or something. And he goes, well, there's a mouse in my wall. Maybe it died. First it smelled like gas, and it smelled like feces, and then it smelled like death.
It also seemed that the 5 or so weeks KJ's body was hidden in the coolers was...
5 weeks? Oh my gosh. $5 weeks, yo. 5 weeks? Stop it. Stop it.
Died. First it smelled like gas, and it smelled like feces, and then it smelled like death.
It also seemed that the 5 or so weeks KJ's body was hidden in the coolers was no accident.
He was hoping that sitting in the totes for however long he kept her in there, that she would decompose enough that it wouldn't show the signs of the welts on her back and the bruising from him hitting her. Wade told you that? Yeah.
KJ's autopsy revealed multiple areas of bruising, including her chin, neck, and right ear. Her hyoid bone, situated at the top of the neck underneath the chin area, was fractured. This is considered a strong indicator of strangulation due to the rarity of fractures from other types of trauma.
They asked about it. They said, so we won't find any marks around the neck, bruising around the neck from like you choking her out with the belt. Like, someone died by a belt? A belt?
Ultimately, her death was ruled as a homicide by unspecified means.
he would sit and watch Criminal Minds and talk about if I had it all. I wish I'd have watched this and I could have done it differently. The way he talked, it seemed like he has done it before.
According to his cellmates, it was Wade's total lack of remorse, even bragging, that set them off the most.
It's out there, man. He's just laughing about it, and he can talk about it like it's nothing to it. I mean...
But all of a sudden, when he's getting investigated, I can't remember.
He jokes about it. He breaks out a police report and lets people, if you're interested in reading something that way, he'll let you read it. And it's just, it's beyond me. I mean, and he said he loves the girl. I mean, you don't love somebody to do this kind of stuff to him, man.
Right.
One cellmate explained that in addition to Wade's sick, unmerciful behavior, he was so proud of his actions that he felt he deserved notoriety. He nicknamed himself Chops, and he even hoped to write a book.
Chops write a book about this bro. Wow, this dude's trash.
I know he said what did it really matter? Her parents and nobody wanted her.
Despite Wade's claims, KJ did have a family, one that was concerned about her well-being and wanted to see her be happy in life.
Somebody needs to stand up for that lady, right? You know, and she has family, and that's good to know, you know. But I don't know. I got to get the emotional part of it, you know. I feel for that, and I feel for her family.
Yep, I completely agree. So do I.
And yeah, I'm just happy that I got to talk to you.
Sherry expressed her horror that she didn't see this coming.
I didn't think he could do something like that. Mm-hmm. But you don't know people. I mean, Ted Bundy, everybody liked him too.
When Wade's case went to trial, the first two searches of Wade's apartment were deemed unconstitutional on the grounds that Wade may have felt threatened during his detainment. It was also discovered that police officers falsely claimed to notice an odor coming from Wade's apartment in their reports. These claims were later recanted. Although Wade's defense aimed to suppress evidence obtained as a result of these initial searches, the appellate court ultimately ruled against them, stating that the discovery of the coolers was inevitable with a warrant, which at that point was already justified. In 2023, Wade was convicted of murder in the second degree, as well as mutilation of a dead body. He pled no contest and was sentenced to 39 to 60 years in prison. But Wade's brutality didn't stop with KJ. He was also convicted of third-degree criminal conduct after assaulting a fellow inmate in 2020. Once he discovered that his cellmates had spoken to police, he attacked one of the men.
Wow. Wow. I feel like this one's stupid for sure. Not gonna watch it though. Yeah, that man. Dude's corny. Dude's whack. Lame. Loser. Weirdo. That whole situation was crazy. Crazy. Oh, man. Ban him from any book deals. This dude got 60 years. I'm pretty sure within that time he gonna get more tacked on. So, and who knows if he's even gonna live it out to that long. But that mess is stupid. But hey, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. You know what I'm saying? Try to make it a little quick stream for the day. I might, if I don't know. I got a lot to do. If I don't, I could guarantee I'll be streaming tomorrow though. I would like to stream tonight as well, but I can't promise that one. I just like to. But I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Much appreciated. Make sure you guys tune in. I'm gonna have a new video drop tomorrow. 3 o'clock my time, Pacific time. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys soon.